Good afternoon, Sim Series fans, and welcome back for another fantastic edition of the Drive-Thru Sim Series. This round number 9 of Season 2. This is the Alabama Gang 250 from Talladega Super Speedway, the longest oval in Sim Series history, and boy, we are in for one heck of a show today. So, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the series last season, pre-qualifying works a little bit differently here at the Super Speedways. We have 15 drivers, all in uncharted cars, doing a little bit of practice right now, but in a minute here, they're going to do a 10-lap heat race. The top 3 finishers in that 10-lap race are going to move on to the main event, and then we're going to do it again. 10 more laps with the remaining cars, and the top 2 from the second heat are going to qualify into the main event. Everybody else is going home early. Thank you, everyone who's jumped in the chat nice and early here for this very late stream. I do appreciate it, everyone. And I hope you are as excited as I am for this great show. So let's just get straight into it, all right? The order is entirely randomized for this heat race.
Drivers, to your cars.
But it's all about the top 3 finishers. We got 15 cars in the race, and let's just skip on over past the command since this isn't the real race, and take a look at the field. Luke Rainey starting on the pole for this heat event with that racing kid on the outside. Then it's Carter Friesen and No Compass. Janza in the 47, Jared Preston plays YT. Ed Soundhead back behind the wheel of the 46. His teammate, the number 40 of Tropical Cyclone, starting on the outside. Then let's look on behind them, the 43 of John Jones, the 52 of Nitro XP, VGO3, Luis Rodriguez, John Felber, Hoodlum 2002. So joining me in the booth for this race, actually not in the booth, we're all over the track. Jimmy Powell, outside turn 2. How's the view?
It's all right. Just looking down there. They're a little too far away from me, but Jacob's down there. Call the action down in turn 3 and 4. Jacob, what do you see?
I see a lot of race cars that are going to be fighting the top of these random RVs sitting in the middle of turn 3. Jimmy will be covering the action from turn 1, turn 2 to the middle of the backstretch. I'll cover everything from that point in the backstretch to turn 4. And if these guys get fanned out 3, if we see 4 wide with the amount of cars that we have, it's going to be very difficult for them to get back in line as they head to the high bank in turn 3. And now let's head up to DT, who's ready for the start.
Luke Rainey, no stranger to these plate races here in the Sim Series. He's going to be starting on pole. Let's see if he can stay at the front. Maybe get some help from those Fords behind him. Carter Friesen in the 33 and Janza in the 47. And green flag is in the air for the first time here at Talladega. And immediately some action 3 wide as Jared Preston plays YT. And the 1 goes to the outside, but it doesn't look like he has a lot of help up there. The 33 of Carter Friesen already peeking to the inside of Luke Rainey. Is he going to go for the lead coming here through turn 2?
He's going to look down to the inside. Here comes Carter Friesen. He won already this season. He's going to try to get into this event here. Down the back stretch they go with the number 1 out in front right now. You get 2. Whoops. It's been a while going down.
Into turn 3. They're 3 wide in the back of Soundhead.
I think we're losing Jacob Hits. Sounds like it's windy down there in turn 3. So Carter Friesen makes a move for the lead. Luke Rainey gets moved to the top side, and here comes Ed Soundhead, crowd favorite here in the 46. He hasn't made a single start this season. I think he has 3 separate attempts. But hey, maybe the plate racing is made for him. He's up into second place, but Emmett Lashbrook in the 08 looking to the inside with John Jones in the 43 behind him.
And the 43 looks to be going 3 wide there, thinks better of it. And right now it is the 33 out in front here at Talladega as they head down the backstretch, moving towards Jacob Hits here, starting to move single file. There are only 3 cars on the outside right now.
Carter Friesen in the lead. He already has a race possibly get himself into a position that he could win a second race, but first he has to get into this next race. Then you've got Stonehead in second as they come back to the tri-oval.
15 bits from Nort says, here's some bits to hire the real Jacob instead of Jacob Bot. I appreciate it, Nort. Carter Friesen leads by a couple of car lengths. And it looks like Luke Rainey has really just, him, Ed Soundhead, they've been swallowed up by the pack on the outside line, and they're dropping back, but still a long way to go here in the first of these two pre-qualifying heat races at Talladega.
Down to the inside there, I believe that is the 20
VGO3.
One of them. Going down to the inside, but nobody with anything for the 33 right now, Carter Friesen.
Carter Friesen out in front, VGO3 now in second. Got a looking to his inside. Can't quite tell who that is. I believe it's 34 of John Felber as they come back to the tri-oval.
Powersport Racing teammates John Felber and Nitro XP working together pretty well here. They're currently sitting in third and fourth, but only the top three are going to move on to the main event. So see if they can make quick work of VGO3 in the 82, who's starting to challenge Carter for the lead. But here comes the 52 to the bottom. Emmett Lashbrook is going to follow him down there.
Here they come, and we got a little more competition for the 33 right now. It's been pretty much clean air for him this entire race, but it looks like they're going to try to form up here. But it seems like that nobody really has anything for him right now, and considering it is a little bit early on, looking down to the inside, the 52, looking for second place.
3 wide in the back of the pack. Tropical got shoved into the middle. 6 of no compass. Meanwhile, Carter just continues to lead the way.
Carter Friesen out front. Nitro XP has made his way up into second place. And the rest of the top 10 still looking pretty single file here. It's VGO3, then Emmett Lashbrook, who'd fallen back and making his way back to the front. Here comes Janza in the 47, getting a little bit feisty. And the 52's going for the lead.
We have our first challenger for Carter Friesen in the 52 of Nitro XP as he goes down the backstretch. Has Emmett Lashbrook in fourth place there, pushing him down the backstretch as they head down into turn 3. Janza behind there, haven't talked about him all day.
They're side by side for the lead. Nitro XP going to take this 7 and 6.
Nitro XP leading now with Emmett Lashbrook behind him. Carter Friesen trying to hold on to the outside line, but he doesn't really have any help. It looks like him as well as VGO3 are just going to the back.
Yeah, the outside is not formed up at all whatsoever. Here comes Janza down to the inside of Lashbrook as they go down through turn 2 onto the backstretch. The 1 of Preston Plays YT right behind him. And we might have another challenge for the lead here as they go down the backstretch looking for turn 3. The outside trying to form up, but just not enough power.
Emmett Lashbrook trying to lead the outside line, but Janza's out in second now. Here comes JR. He doesn't have a lot of help. Everybody back, but he's going to go for the lead coming off turn 4.
I'm going to get the ticker up real quick. Oh, there we go. We're good. We're going. JR Preston Plays YT on the bottom for the lead. Stuck in studio mode for a second there, but dead even across the line between the 1 and the 52, and they're going to have just 4 laps to go.
Here comes the 88 looking to the inside of the 43 there. Going to try to get to position, but he thinks better of it. The 1 of Preston Plays YT out in front right now. The top 3 as it stands right now. The 1, the 43, and I believe that's the 52 on the outside. Those are the guys that are locked in right now as they stand, but it's going to change here in just a bit.
The whole field side by side through turns 3 and for everybody into the Talladega.
Really losing here, Jacob. The 1 and the 52 still pretty much even across the line here. Although Nitro XP's teammate John Felber looks like he's starting to lose the draft just a little bit, trying to hold on. Him and No Compass not in a great position with just 3 to go in this heat race. Nitro XP with a good run through turn 2.
I don't know why the pace van was stuck in the wall there, but we'll ignore that. The 52 on the outside, making the outside line work. We didn't see that happen early on in the race. He's going to look to the inside to try to block the inside row, and he does. Now here comes the 47 of Janza on the outside. Will he have anything for him?
Right now it looks like Emmett Lashbrook almost tried to go and shuffle Janza out of the picture. It's still XP up on.
Nitro's had a great run here. We saw that outside line form up. He got past Jared Preston plays YT. Now he wants to get to the bottom and block. Is that going to be the race-winning move, or can that outside form up again and maybe push Jans out of the front? We'll find out as we have just 2 laps to go.
Nitro out in front. The one of Preston plays YT still in the hunt. He looks to the inside. Will he make the move? He does. Down the backstretch. Down to the inside. It's the one in the 52. Side by side as they go down the back straightaway. Janza on top to push the 52. As they head down into turn 3. Side by side. Neck and neck.
Here comes the one. He's got help from John Jones. Now he looks as it's still side by side between Preston and Nitro. Turn looking for the white flag.
White flag in the air. Remember, the top 3 from this heat race are going to make it into the main event. So the 52 sitting on the top side. He's got a pretty good push from Jans on the 47. Nitro XP's not out of this yet.
The 47 is giving a whale of a push to the 52 right now. It seems like this guy's really like working together. 43 of John Jones looking to the inside of Preston plays, but thinks better of it. This is their last time to do anything here. Remember, the top 3 advances, and right now it's the 52, the 1, the 47. Those are the ones as they stand right now. And now here comes the 52 looking to the inside.
He comes down. He's able to clear heading into turn number 3. Nobody's able to gap or run behind them. Here they come 3 and 4. It's going to be a dogfight for 2nd and 3rd to try and make the race. They come off turn 4 looking for the checkers. It's all Nitro XP.
Boy, Nitro XP's been working those lines. He went down to the bottom, back to the top, got another great run, and he's going to be the winner of the first pre-qualifying heat race here at Talladega. Jans is going to cross the line in 2nd, and JR Preston plays YT is going to transfer in 3rd place. And for everybody else, they're only going to have one more shot. We're going to move the 52, the 47, and the 1 into the main roster, and then the rest of the drivers are going to have one last 10-lap run, and only the top 2 of that heat are going to make it into the event. Pretty good show.
Hopefully by then, Jacob's antenna will be fixed.
No promises on that.
I tell you what, I'm excited for this racing. I mean, we saw drivers making passes on the bottom. We saw drivers making passes on the top. And Nitro XP doing a great job of just controlling those lines, seeing that air, going where the momentum is, and staying out front.
And the way that Janza was able to push the 52 out in the front twice on the outside row might make him a threat to win today.
Oh,
I think one thing that's going to be very different from this race to the real race is that there are only 15 cars on the track in this race. Real thing for the full 94 laps. There are going to be 40 guys out on the racetrack, and they're going to be pushing even harder than what we've seen so far. So this racing may look tame for now, but it is not necessarily what we see in the main event coming up.
That is true. Yep, that's all I had to say.
It's okay. We're on a bit of a break here as we're getting the orders sorted out and the drivers moved on in. So we're going to restore the order that they finished in the previous heat, which will take but a second here. 5 more bits from Nort says, Jacob, clap twice if you need help. Yeah, I think it's real windy up there on those RVs in turn 3. So we're going to fake ourselves a qualifying session.
I'd like to give a shout out to Kiani for letting me use his shoulders to perch myself up over the turn 2 wall.
All right, so
he's a real one,
dude. 15 cars on the track.
He's only able to do that because he wasn't signed for the car this year.
15 cars on track, and we're having great racing. I can't wait to see what this looks like when we have the full 42 car field. Seriously, I think we're in for a great show.
Crashing, that's what it's going to look like.
It could get chaotic here.
No, the racing that we saw there, I don't think that we're going to have constant big ones, at least. I think that it's going to happen later on in the run.
5 more bits from North. Jimmy ooh-woo twice if you need help.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I appreciate it, Nort. Thanks for being here. Everyone else in the chat, too. I see you. Even if I can't shout you all
I
out,
just
there's a lot
said
of
that
you.
on stream. I feel so disappointed in myself.
Someone please clip that. and thank you.
Professionalism.
All right, so the order
I
is
would like
going to
to-
be set here.
I would like to point out that this race is not going to be like how we saw where there were a lot of action early on. We're not going to see that here. They're going to be packed together, but they're not going to crash as often as we saw. That's for sure.
I think Shippensburg is getting hit by a tornado right now.
Apparently, I don't know what the heck. I give up.
All right, so we are going into last chance qualifying. This is the final pre-qualifying heat race. These drivers are going to have 10 laps to get themselves sorted, and only the top 2 will advance to the main event. So John Jones put himself on pole, although I guess it's not where he wanted to be because he finished just beyond the cut line in the first of the heat races. He'll have the advantage of starting at the front with Emmett Lashbrook on the outside. Then it's the 88 of Hoodlum 2002 and Carter Friesen, who we saw running out front for much of the first heat race, eventually got swallowed up by the pack and couldn't climb his way back up. Then it's the 24 of that racing kid, VGO3 in the 82. Luke Rainey, a chase-off driver who's already won a race this season. He won in Iowa. DNQ the previous event. Oh, NASCAR Fan 72 with the follow. Thank you. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay here. And I appreciate all of my Twitch followers. And I guess YouTube too. You guys are okay. The 40 of Tropical Cyclone. The 46 is Ed Soundhead, who still hasn't qualified for a single race. No Compass in the 66, who also... Actually, no, I think he made one start. And then the 5 of Luis Rodriguez and the 34 of John Felber will have another chance after pretty much losing the draft and falling out of contention in the first of the heat races.
That reminds me, no Compass. If you come out to Lost and Found, we found it. We got it for you, buddy.
Thanks, Jimmy. Oh my
It took
goodness.
you a while.
Oh, I understood it. I chose not to react.
Yeah, I got it. I was just like, laugh, but I'm going to anyways.
All right, the field paces through the tri-oval into the restart zone, and green flag is out again here at Talladega. Immediately, no Compass, and the 66 jumps way up to the high side looking for some sort of momentum. Thanks, Jimmy. John Jones will lead them back through turns 1 and 2.
He's actually got a pretty good run there on the outside, but it's not going to do much for him right now. Already, the 88 moving down to the inside of the 43 of John Jones. Down the back straightaway here. Lashbrook moves down to the inside, and I believe that's Carter Friesen following him suit. He's going to try to get up there into the top 2. Remember, it's not the top 3 this time. It is the top 2 that advances. And right now, the 88 is in a pretty good start. Hoodlum 2002 leading them into 3.
So Hoodlum just out of the gate going really strong, and now here comes Carter behind him, pushing him hard off turn 4.
Boy, that race, he's ducking to the inside a little bit. He's pretty hungry. These drivers know this is the last chance they have to make the field. And pushing hard to get into that second transfer position, but it's Hoodlum in the 88, 2 car lengths out in front.
Hoodlum out in front, and here comes the 24 of that racing kid down to the inside, and he's got Luke Rainey behind him to push him on the inside. A big gap there between the 88 and the 24 there, but it should close up here as they get the draft, heading down into turn 3 near Jacob.
Hoodlum has a 2-car length lead as they head through turn number 2. Turn number 3, and now here comes Rainey. He's got a big run on him, and right behind him, they come off turn 4, looking to try and get to the front.
Luke Rainey already took a huge hit in the points after DNQing last week. A controversial move by team owner Xander M of taking the charter away from the 2 car and giving it to his teammate in the 0-2. He really has to perform well today. So far in the second transfer position. Here he goes at the bottom for the lead.
I was about to comment about Soundhead being in the top 3 right there, but he just got completely hung out to dry there. Now Luke Rainey moves up into the top spot there with the 88 to his outside. We've seen the outside work before. Let's see if these guys on the outside, Soundhead and Hoodlum, can get working together here to get back
Here
up to the
comes the
front.
34, John Felber. He came out of no, and now he's got the 66 of No Compass right behind to the front off turn 4.
Luis Rodriguez in the bright yellow number 5 starting to lose the draft, and that could be the end of his chances of making the Alabama Gang 250. He just doesn't have the speed right now. He has completely lost touch of the pack.
Right now, out in front, Luke Rainey is trying to control the field, see where everybody is going. The 34 is now being passed by the 40 of Tropical Cyclone 100 down the back stretch, as you see there.
Here
Heading
comes
down towards
Tropical Cyclone. He came out of nowhere. He's got the 82 of VGO3 pushing him. The 43 is there of John Jones as well. Tropical is going to move John Felber out of the way and look for second coming off turn 4.
Tropical Cyclone with a huge run. VGO3 staying very consistently on his back bumper. Moves the 40 in the second transfer position. Still nobody has an answer to Luke Rainey's speed. He's up in the front by 3 or 4 car lengths at this point. But the battle for third and fourth rages on.
Tropical is in the transfer spot, now moving down to the inside. That is the
82.
82. Thank you. As he goes down the back stretch, he's got pushing from Pixels. Yeah, we're just going to ignore that. Going down the back.
That's the 43 of John Jones that's pushing him, and then he's got, I believe that's Emmett Lashbrook behind him, and it is. VGO3 moves to the top, and here comes the 43, and he's actually going to look for the lead off turn 4.
What a run from John Jones. He's going to go from third to first in a couple of corners with a big push from VGO3, and they're also pulling Carter Friesen and that racing kid back up into the mix. They're going to cross the line to mark the halfway point in the last chance pre-qualifying heat race.
Now, this move, it looks like that this is going to open the door. Yes, it will. Oh, my goodness. Lashbrook almost just took the nose. Oh, I think that's Lashbrook at least. Yeah, I think. Took the nose off of Carter Friesen there as they head down the backstretch, your new leader. It looked like to me that they were going to just give the first transfer spot away to Luke Rainey and just fight it out for second place. But now it's a lot closer racing now, as they got Luke Rainey on the outside.
Luke Rainey stuck second on the outside line. He's all the way back in 6th spot. Here comes that racing kid looking at the bottom of Carter Friesen off turn 4. It's all Emmett Lashbrook coming back to the stripe.
There is so much shuffling going on in this group. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the two back up at the front near the end of this running. But right now it's Emmett Lashbrook in control, that racing kid in second place with Ed Soundhead all over him. Some rookies looking in maybe to try and get a spot in this race. Here comes Soundhead to the bottom.
Soundhead with a great move there. 4 laps to go in this race as he goes down the back stretch. Soundhead trying to get into this race today. He is now in second spot. He is in a really good spot to get into the race. Here comes the 88 looking to the inside though.
Hoodlum looking. He's got help from No Compass, and Luke Rainey has found himself on the bottom now. He is 4 cars back, but right now Emmett Lashbrook pulling the Luke Rainey strategy out in front by 2-3 car lengths as they head to the stripe.
Boy, in stark contrast to the first heat race, these drivers love sitting on the bottom and just fright training the drivers on the outside. Ed Soundhead went from second place transferring in to all the way down in 7th in just a few hundred meters.
Right now, it's Lashbrook out in front. Here comes Hoodlum down to the inside. He's going to try to make a move. Will No Compass go down with him? It looks like he's going to stay on the outside. And just like Drive-Thru said earlier, here comes Luke Rainey back to the front. Will he be able to get into the transfer spot? He's really hoping for it. But those guys on the outside, they're formed up. They're going to make sure he doesn't.
Emmett Lashbrook actually trying to work together. And now here comes John Felber. Hoodlum has no help in the middle. Lashbrook out of line as they're coming back to 2 to go.
Luke Rainey, we know he's aggressive. We know he knows exactly when to make a right move here in the plate tracks. And they're going to cross the line with 2 to go. And that number 2 is pretty comfortably out front. As Emmett Lashbrook stuck 3 wide, he's going way down the order.
So now Luke Rainey, what is he going to do? He's going to have to block both sides of the street because we've seen the outside get some speed here in the late run. The 88 is going to get a little bit of a run down the back straightaway. I think that's Lashbrook still on the inside, getting a push from the 43.
That's John Felber.
Close enough. As they go down into turn 3.
He's looking for that spot. You've got Hoodlum on the outside. He has some help, but a lot of people have has now also almost lost the pack as they're going 3 wide almost for second. John Jones being very impatient, coming to the white flag.
Hoodlum had a great run on the outside. He doesn't look like there's a lot of momentum in that top lane, but he's been pulling around the corners. A great run down the back straightaway, and that 88 is crucially in second place. Remember, only the top 2 are going to transfer into the main event. White flag in the air.
One more lap to go here. They're 3 wide for second place. Here comes the 43 down to the inside. Who's going to get it this time? It looks like that somebody's looking underneath of the 43 there. It's all pixels to me. I think that is Carter Friesen. Yes, it is. And Luke Rainey, pretty comfortable spot right now, but they could make a move here off of turn 4. And they do.
Got shuffled out of the pack. Here comes John Jones for the win. He's got help from Carter Friesen behind him. The question is if Luke Rainey can maintain his second spot. They're 3 wide in the backfield here. Strike. John Jones looking for the win. The battles for second.
Luke Rainey left all up alone. He's going to fall down to 3rd place and not going to make the show. Carter Friesen and John Jones hooked up on that last lap and drove straight to the front. The 43 and the 33 working together. They will both be gifted a spot in the main event. Everybody else is going to be sent home early. And I tell you what, Luke Rainey is not happy with being left alone on the outside coming to the line. Let's go back and look at that finish and how exactly John Jones got that incredible run down the back straightaway to take the win, putting the 34 and the 88 3 wide. They're going into turn 1, and the top 3 right now didn't end up making the show. The top 3 coming to the white flag.
He made the daring move to go 3 wide in turn 2, and going side by side made the 2 get a huge run down the back straightaway. But once they got clear of that 3 wide pack, it was smooth sailing from there. They got a huge run through turns 3 and 4, and they were able to pass him in 4, and that's how they got the win.
It also helped that they were able to push Luke Rainey so far ahead. Everybody behind them was able to gather down the right away, hunt him down, and just pass him coming off of turn 4. They did a great job of putting him in a really bad spot and getting them in a great spot, using the draft to their advantage.
Boy, what a good
Thank you,
show.
Jacob Bot.
So we're going to move the 43 and the 33
You're welcome.
into the main roster. And then we're gonna go straight to the race. We're here at Talladega. There's no time to do group qualifying. It wouldn't really make sense anyways. So we're gonna quickly simulate a full qualifying session, and then we're gonna get all 42 cars on track for the race, 250 miles here in Talladega, Alabama, for the Alabama Gang 250. Five bits from Norton. Beep, boop, beep. That's a pretty good Jacob Bot impression.
We're still, like, being heard, right?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that, like, the GNL thing, like, it was not loading very much for me. So I had to, like, look around, and then some of the numbers weren't there, and it's just like, well,
Really?
okay. Yeah.
That sounds like a you issue.
Yeah, it's definitely a me issue, but I couldn't see like half the numbers, and that's what was.
Get some better internet.
And also the screen share was like very.
Screen sharing.
Oh yes, it's very.
You forgot the
right
pixels.
Now. Yeah. Like when you do that spectator, cam,
Oh, on the back straightaway.
Yeah. It's like, well.
I have a
we
question
can't
for
see
the
it.
chat here before we do the main show. Do we want to stay radio style, or do we want to... Like, I love it, but...
I'm not used to it.
I don't know if it's the best way we're doing this. Especially with Jacob Bot in the house.
Yeah, we're pretty much getting no coverage from 3 and 4. I'm sorry.
It's not great.
And then you roboted. Nice.
We're kind of getting
it
a half and half here, though. This is hard. Keep radio or dump radio?
Dump radio. That's what I say.
Normal
radio.
booth. I don't know,
Normal
man.
booths.
It's nice, but we can't hear you half the time, Jacob.
Do I need to get a megaphone?
Big dick energy.
No, it would just be
John
very
found the
loud
super
robot
chat
Oh,
of
noises.
we got
$2.
energy.
Lashbrook. WH insert DT
We have
here.
what?
Philibber's not happy after being called Lashbrook. I'm sorry, John. But I do appreciate the super chat. Man, we're like half and half here on the radio style booth.
We have 3 people in here. You can be the tiebreaker.
Jimmy, what's your call?
I said no.
You want
No
booth?
more radio. Yes.
Jacob wants radio.
It's also really hot out here in turn 2.
Well,
Jacob, I'm
tell
sorry.
I need to go get you some water or something.
Jacob,
Wait,
I'm
it's
sorry.
hot out?
We're,
I just realized it's clear 45.
we're going back to the
Jimmy.
booth. All right.
I'm freezing my nuts off.
All right, I'll go make a trip to the hot.
To the hot gets cut off.
Yeah,
Well, you
the
know,
hot dog stand. For God's sake.
I was really hoping it would cut off before stand.
Nort says,
That would have been so clip worthy.
I have no idea what's going on, but do what Jimmy says. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Jacob, you've been shut down.
Wow.
Let's get back to the show here. We're going to simulate ourselves a qualifying
Kind of
session
five-player game.
and just quickly go through the order and get this friggin' race going. It's Talladega, baby.
To your cars.
Here's your qualifying results. Carter Friesen on pole with a 50.142. He's a tenth of a second
Rigged.
faster than second place Mark Silas.
Rigged. He's Canadian. It's rigged.
That
No.
we know that car is fast. You see that friggin' run he got? Xander M is going to start in third. Then it's Asteroid Strike 9, Anderson Reed, CodyHGaming, Ryan Johnston, Julio Caesar with a quite impressive 8th place qualifying effort. But I guess it's
Let's
Talladega.
remember, qualifying doesn't matter at Talladega. You'll go from the back to the front to the back to the front all
That's true.
day long.
And at the back of the pack, Drayden Zen, NASCAR Lover, Mechanized Chaos, and Janza.
Oh, here we go. I bet my browser's gonna really love loading all these numbers.
It's literally like 50 by 50 PNGs.
Yeah, but my internet bad.
Well, at least we can hear
Get
what you're
better
saying.
internet then.
Jacob, I don't know if you're in position to say that. All right, we're going to go on over to the command, and we're going to get this Alabama Gang 250 up and running. So fans,
In
on your
63
feet
seconds.
for
Oh,
what's
never
not
mind.
the national anthem. Boy, look at how beautiful this field looks. Real talk.
I can do the national anthem if you want.
Oh, no. We got 10 seconds.
I'll do it after the.
Okay.
It's not standard, but do the thing.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Thank you.
All right, boys. Pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day. That's all we need.
Nort with 29 bits says, gotta go, but take the rest of my bits.
Uh.
Jacob Bot, I think you're a crowd favorite.
Well, I said that would do the national anthem, so here you go.
Oh.
There you go. That's enough.
That was
Alright.
awful.
Good God.
What are you talking about?
Oh my lord.
That was horrible.
This is
I'm the
supposed to
modern-
be the main event. We're supposed to be professional.
I'm the modern Beethoven because I'm tone deaf and deaf, but
Good God. Drifty, 85 bits, music to my ears.
see, you guys are mean.
Oh my
No,
At
we
least
just
somebody
have brain
appreciates
cells.
real music around here.
Oh
Okay there?
God.
Jimmy,
All
you're
right.
lucky you're not on Kiani's shoulders anymore.
Oh my
Otherwise
God.
he'll push you off.
500
He already
bits.
pushed me
Flying
off.
cheered. X500. What's up, driver?
700
Clown.
bits.
Flying Ryan, 500 biddies. What's up? Hey Ryan.
500? What?
Thank you for the cheer. You
So
got
this is a
10.
250
Hold up.
mile race now?
Yo, 10 people in chat got an emote because of that. If you give 200 bits at once, 3 people get free RPG emotes that you get to keep forever on
Man, I
Twitch.
should have my Twitch
But
open.
500 bits gives it to 10 people. And thank you, Ryan, for tuning in. I know you're busy, but I love it whenever you're here. And I hope you enjoy the show because we're about to go racing here at Talladega Super Speedway. 42 cars, and likely a little bit chaotic over the next 250 miles. So Carter Friesen on pole is going to lead the field to the green flag with Mark Silas on the outside, then the 01 and the 98. See how long they can go before things get crazy. Through the tri-oval they go. Green flag in the air at Talladega, and already the pack is all over the place. A lot of drivers trying the outside lane in the 98 of Asteroid Strike 9, one of the first to do it. Trying to take it on the outside 3 wide for second place. A bold move and certainly not a popular one, but CodyHGaming on the bottom. He's got the 12 of Anderson Reed behind them, and it's the 01 and the 33 all alone out front.
Wow, tandeming over there.
Down the back straightaway for the first time. Looks like things are starting to get a little bit more sorted out here. Double file through most of the pack.
I
Never
don't know
mind.
about sorted out. They're going 4 wide.
That's not quite 4
Get
wide.
up the middle, all I see is a lot of pixels right now.
Boy, the top 2 are way out front, though. Carter Friesen and Xander M are pulling away from the rest of the
This is
field.
a lot more like the race that we saw just a couple of days ago than I thought it would be. Yeah.
Oh, we got cars going 4 wide. The 98 of Asteroid Strike 9 way on the top. He's got the 43, the 25, the 1, the 48. There's 6 or 7 cars down on the bottom side.
Now,
and
the
it's
good thing
getting
about this is
tight.
that this is a very wide track, so they can kind of get away with 4 wide.
John Jones, the next car to be moved to the
wide
top.
in some aspects, but it's also not wide enough.
Oh.
You go driving into turn 3 off of the backstretch, and it's like trying to shove a marshmallow into a parking meter. You have to go from about 6 lanes into 4, and sometimes things can get out of hand very quickly.
5 bits from Nitro. Jimmy would not be accepted to the Mozart remixed camp.
Ah.
The number 57 of Michael Deitch sporting a brand new paint scheme for this week. Sponsored by a high school band's Mozart remix performance. Some bright colors, currently sitting just inside the top 10, and this field is really starting to string out.
This man is literally sponsored by Mozart himself.
The 01 of Xander M has dropped back a little bit. Now it's Ryan Johnston to the inside for second place. Xander M still staying within the top 5, but this 3 or 4 wide action is really costing the pack. Everyone who's single or double file really starting to pull away as the field weaves a little bit down the back straightaway. See some drivers tucking in the inside, maybe trying to find some air, or maybe a position. Here's the... Oh,
yeah.
Dysek.
And you've got...
Brad Flynn behind him. Boy, 48's feisty. I think this is only his 3rd start here in the Sim Series, but really making an impact here on the Super Speedways, driving that number 48 for DEI. He's up into the top 5. So it looks like the bottom side favored here early on in the race. Here he goes for another move, this time on the 9 of Fireball. Xander M has also climbed his way back up in a second.
3 wide, though. Never mind.
Yeah, Carter covered the spot pretty well there.
Out of turn 2 they come down the back straightaway. Looks like the 3 of NASCAR Lover falling back just a little bit. But
Dysek's
again,
teammate is all the way back there at the tail end of the field.
it's the 01 and the 33 out front, but here comes Dysek on the bottom. Look at the
gosh, what
line
a
they've
run.
got on the bottom. They've got 10 or so cars almost locking bumpers, and Xander M's going further back immediately. See how aggressive Dysek's going to be on the leader here, Carter Friesen.
Well, Dysek's got a lot of cars behind him that are not patient, including that 16 of Brad Flynn. He poked his 770.
Oh!
Yeah, here they come.
There he goes. Brad Flynn to the inside. But Hunter B's not going to go with him. Now he is. The 77 drops back down to the bottom, and Dysek's going to drop back.
They're racing like it's the last 10 laps, and we still have 90 laps to go here.
It's not that chaotic.
I don't know about that. You've got guys bailing on each other, not helping make runs. Guys just diving down to the bottom in the middle of the corner.
All they're doing right now is just securing the 33's lead right now.
Yeah.
Although the 16 now pulled up to the back.
See how friendly they're going to be, those 2 Fords at the front. Meanwhile, no quarter motorsport. The 6 of McSpookboy and the 85 of Hello I'm You working together. They were in that big train on the bottom line. They put themselves in 3rd and 4th. Carter Friesen, though, has led every single lap so far, but here comes the 16 to the inside. Brad Flynn was on a move. Recent winner here in the Sim Series for McShane Motorsports, and they're neck and neck down the back straightaway.
Hallow IMU there?
That is the
Right
85.
behind him? Wow.
May be able to give him a push. Look at how strung out this field is.
He was 16th not too
Oh,
long
here
ago.
comes
Now he's gonna
Hello.
go 3 wide for the lead. Wow. What a
85
move.
being very aggressive.
Carter is just getting freight train now. Never mind. He got back on that line, but the outside is not very strong right now. They're not very lined up. Although they've got a pretty good line coming up there now. Oh, but Dysek took him 3 wide back there.
Yeah, Hunter B's going to suffer. Oh, we got a resub from Quarantine.
111013 subscribed on Twitch.
Thank
Here's
you.
me thinking we have a caution. No
And
resistance.
hey guys in the booth.
Thank you. And hi from the booth. Dude, thanks for the 3-month resub. Many more to go. Let's go, Xander M. And hey, guys in the booth. Xander M so far not doing great. He's hammed up pretty deep in the pack here, but I do appreciate the resub.
And here comes a move.
That's Chase the
7 now to the
Coyote with
inside.
help from midlife.
But I tell you what, they're getting this outside formed up a little bit.
Austin Ripp out of nowhere. He's now so is Carnation there on the bottom.
Austin Ripp with his former team owner right behind him. But Hello IMU still holding on the outside. They've got a good line of cars here. And once they get lined up, it's pretty much even. But here comes
Never
midlife.
mind. There they go.
Brian
Down
Weissman
to
with the YouTube
inside,
sub.
and here comes
Thank you.
Carter. 3
now
by
Brad
3.
Flynn's going to get shuffled down the line.
Boy, it was only going to last so long. Like they'd sorted out all of their differences, but here they are 3 wide again. Hello IMU is going to block for the lead. He had a great run down the back straightaway.
Oh, you didn't clear him though.
He was almost able to clear everybody. At least cleared the line, but
Oh, KHP's looking at the bottom. That's dangerous.
Split the field in half.
100 bits from I'm Drifty. Xander is a meat product.
M Drifty 73.
KHB01 coming up there in the number 8.
Xander is a
Right
meat
behind
product.
Carnation.
I'm a little bit confused, but thankful. Thanks, John. Oh, Brad Flynn's on the top 3 wide, but Carter's going to go to the middle.
yeah, Carter's going to go to the middle.
Chase is
but
being
Xander
put up there as
just
well.
slipped.
DNP's having a look to the inside. They're 4
there
wide.
We go. Wow, I was concerned about that.
Who
Oh.
was that that forced, who forced Rusty up there to make
Oh, this is getting
like a-
dangerous. Boys,
Yeah,
be
they're
careful
somebody
coming
on the
into
boat.
turn
They're driving
3.
good for now.
DNP sent it on the bottom. They're going 4 wide. We got 300
Oh,
bits
big
from
Scoop Boy is
Quarantine.
right
4 by 4.
Drayton Zen and AFK Master have made their way to the
And I
front
go
somehow.
like this.
This is looking a lot like 2012 right now. Here comes Carnation looking for the lead.
Where did he come from? He was 4th in line like a lap ago.
Oh,
Now here he is
boy.
fighting for it. They're still 4 by 4. and there's
KHB
a
on the
big
outside
pack
helping
behind
midlife.
that 4 wide.
It's lap 10, and the pack is this thick. I can't believe it.
this
Carter
is not
Friesen's now going to the top 4
and there
wide.
goes Carter.
Crispy Fried
Oh,
Racer
man.
on the bottom. Careful, coming out of the turn. There it goes. Chase the Coyote.
Big crash. Oh
Big
my
one. The
goodness.
85, the
That's a
82.
lot of cars.
Careful getting through here.
84. Austin
Oh, I
Ripp
think
is
somebody just
involved.
got hit in the back there.
No, I think they got through. They're okay.
That wasn't too bad, yeah. Mech got involved.
And that's definitely going to be a caution.
Chase the Coyote, Hallow. We just talked about yet another no.
Boy.
Crashed.
I tell you what, that could have been absolutely
That
massive.
could have been the whole field.
But
And instead it was only 6 cars.
they did a great job of not only avoiding the carnage, but keeping the cars relatively clean. I don't
Back
think
to
there
the
were any
line.
big collisions. Let's go back here and take a look at how that unfolded. We knew it was getting dicey seeing that pack go 4 wide.
Brad Flynn up here in the 16. He got really close to Ryan Johnston. Or was it ahead of that?
I think it was Chase and Xander here. Let's see what it is coming out of the corner. Yeah, it was the 16 and the 92.
No, yeah, it was the 16. He got into the 92 and that just barely into Chase the Coyote coming up off the
Yeah,
corner.
Brad Flynn was just too low.
Just got a little too tight together. I thought I saw the 7 hit. Oh yeah. Down.
I cannot
16,
believe
Austin
that wasn't
Ripp. I
massive.
can't believe.
I thought I saw somebody get hit
No,
in the back here.
not at
I don't know
all.
who that is. That's
Wow.
Mark Silas.
In the
See
22,
if we
yeah,
can
he
find more
went down and
camera
just
angles
picked
of
up like
this.
11 spots there.
Well,
So-
he did a great job. He wasn't in the pack. He lost and he came up and just got by a lot of cars.
Yep.
There was a yellow car in front of him too that did something very similar. to
Flynn
that.
was
I'm
just
not
too
sure what it
low
was.
here. He's got a lot of
Might have been
space above
64.
him, putting a squeeze on the
Well, and you see
92.
ahead
of-
of him, you see Dissect and McSpookboy were in a very similar situation, except coming up right off the corner.
And even up
well,
there
these guys
towards the
hung together.
front where KHP is, I mean, you
Yeah.
can see the same thing there.
Yeah.
So they
It
get
looks like to me that they were fighting over real estate to get the middle line, and that
That Hector
arguing
beat
there.
going around there, yeah.
It looks
I
like to me
can't
that
believe
there's
that wasn't
only about.
massive.
It looks like to me that there's only about 8 cars involved.
Whoever comes
there.
up right behind
Dude,
Ben
Mark
right
Silas.
Yeah,
Well, no. Go
Very
on board Mark
opportunistic
Silas
here.
because He comes out of nowhere and follows a car.
NJC.
through all of this.
He's got NJC in front of him. He sees the smoke. He knows there's an opportunity to gain some track position. And oh boy, using all of the space available.
He never left it.
looking like Santino Ferrucci there in the Indy 500 this year.
My goodness. And then he's still making passes on the apron.
Because for some reason we raced back to the line, and yeah.
What a move from the 22. I can't believe it. All right.
And he started up near the front.
We're going to take a look at this wreck again from the helicopter camera. This gives a great view of what exactly went on. You see the 16 comes down, sends them all up into the wall. Unfortunately for Austin Ripp and for Chase the Coyote, just collected in it. And the cascades down the field with the 85.
Who is that blue car there that just saw everything in front of him?
I think that's
Might have been DP,
Asteroid
I'm not
Strike.
sure.
Yeah, him.
We'll
Go
go
on
on
board
board
now.
here with the 98 of Asteroid
that's
Strike
Asteroid
9.
Strike.
And look at this 4 wide pack going through turns 1 and 2 here at Talladega. Looks totally fine as they come out of the corner, but there they go up into the wall, hard on the brakes, and just manages to slide through.
I don't know
Jones got
how.
involved
That takes a lot of discipline.
Some of these drivers just got absolutely collected. And let's go on board with Austin Ripp. He'll probably have a pretty great view of this accident.
Yeah, it happens in his lap here. Just nowhere to go. It reminds me of the big one from 2002 with Tony Stewart getting squeezed up into the wall. That just,
He can't do anything
Nowhere to
about
go.
that.
yeah, you really have nothing you can do there.
Same with the number 7 of Chase the Coyote.
Yeah, he kind of got hooked like Joe Logano did yesterday.
Yeah.
And it looks like everybody in the field came on
Oh,
pit
the
road.
backstretch
We've got
ass pack.
Factory.
It's not that bad, actually. It's okay.
The Ass Pack Factory is back in town.
It's usually much
Well,
worse
is
than
it
that.
back
I'll
in
take it.
Yeah.
So, DNP. DNP's in the lead? I thought it was
Yeah.
Carnation.
No.
Oh, he
Yeah,
made a
make a
move
missed
on the
call.
95
DNP made
down the back straightaway.
As
Look,
they
at
crash.
this is a great view. Goes to the
Yeah.
bottom, and then the field behind
freeze that, yeah.
just
The
goes
whole field is in chaos behind
up and
him.
Yeah, that's a
smoke.
good thumbnail right there.
Car is everywhere. And Drayden Zen in the 79 is in second place.
And these guys all came down and pitted too under this caution.
Yeah, so we'll see that now. See what the call is for most of these guys. I believe it's going to be 2 tires, and it looks like it. Yes, right sides, and a little splash of fuel. Problems for Priya McShane in the pits.
Rip.
Possible collision here. Because
Yeah,
of that.
I wonder if she got towed.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh. Clint Boyer?
it was the pack and gets hit by the 7
off the
under
bumper.
caution. Chase the Coyote
Clint
spins
Boyer.
Priya McShane, and she gets Clint
and then
Boyer
exactly
stuck.
like what happened to Boyer.
Clint
And then-
Boyer. My goodness.
I mean,
then
you,
the
you
apron
look at
became
the
frog
suspension
parking only.
travel on the left rear. That wheel is off the ground.
Yeah.
And that's expensive for the 41. You do not want to go laps down at a track as big as this. So that's going to be a big tow. May be able to stay on the lead lap, but it's definitely going to be close because the field is pacing out of
She's
turn
won a
4
race,
right
what does it
now.
matter?
The apron became frog parking.
They're going to take tires. She might be able to do it.
because all others will be towed.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Priya's going to stay on the lead lap.
barely.
You can see the field pacing in the background. Priya McShane able to get the car towed back pretty quickly.
My goodness.
Because in NR, the tow is always forwards. And now she's going to be able to drive back around. So a bullet dodged for the 41
so she should
team.
be able to catch back up to...
Wow.
It's impressive.
So the lights are out
Van?
on the pace van, which means we're going to be going green next time by. It's going to be a single file start because nobody's a lap down. Priya McShane is going to be speeding to try and get back in line. Hopefully we don't get a little bit of
nobody's out of the race
cheesecake.
yet, too, after the crash.
Well, nobody got any serious damage. We saw the 85 of Hello
He got
IMU.
hit in the door by John Jones, but other than that, it wasn't bad.
But it looks like they fixed that car up pretty good. He might be able to stay competitive in this race. As Priya McShane pacing around at 166, trying to get back in line. We saw some really smart racing in the first 8 or so laps, but they can only do it for so long because things got pretty crazy pretty quickly around lap 10. That's when we saw the 4-wide chaos and ultimately the first wreck, but definitely not the big one because we still have 42 cars in this event and they are all on the lead lap.
This restart could be interesting because we've only seen 2-wide starts so far. We have not seen how they handle a single file start. And what I'm predicting is that you're going to see a lot of what we saw with the 2-wide starts of them moving to the outside, but also to the inside because they have the room. So we might see 3-wide immediately on the restart, but we'll see.
Well, remember, they can't pass on the inside before they get to
That is true.
the start-finish line, so...
Boy, I
Priya
can't
catches
believe
back up.
I can't believe they dodged that bullet for the 41 team and managed to stay on the lead lap and probably still in it to win it. I mean, this is Talladega.
So
There
we're going
we
to
go
have
in the
80
pace
laps to go here on the restart.
DNP with some aggressive moves to the bottom. He was one of the first ones to take it 4 wide. Is going to lead the field through the tri-oval into the Geico restart zone. And the green flag is back in the air at Talladega. Already some takers on the outside line. We got the 60 of
I was
Savage
very
Toy Show,
wrong.
Trace Ryder. And here comes the 0-2 of to AFK Master. He's having a little peek.
I don't think I could have been any more wrong about that.
I think it'll take him a lap. Once they're single file, they're going to catch up quickly, and
Oh,
here
there
they
they
go. Drayden
and
Zen.
they're going to leave them all out to dry.
Ooh.
And everybody was willing to just leave the leader.
Here
in
was
the
looking to the
dust. See you
inside, but
later.
decided not to.
And
chance there.
DNP is going backwards. Drayden Zen to the lead, and I believe his 3rd ever Sim Series start. He's got the 0-2 of to AFK Master, the 61 of Pure now looking to the inside.
Got Carnation right behind him, too.
Carnation
Carnation
Motorsports.
looked
Here
like he was
comes
about
Pure to the
get through
lead.
middle.
Pure goes to the bottom. He's got his half teammate What Carnation behind him. These two affiliated teams with the 83 of Midlife and the 00 of Rollo.
Wow.
Talk about a car that has had an absolutely nightmarish season. The 00 has been absolutely nowhere.
Where did he come from?
And it's about to happen again.
Well,
Bye-bye,
yeah, he goes
Rollo.
in the
And
dust,
here
and here
comes
comes
Carnation.
Carnation.
One Carnation at the bottom, Midlife staying pretty close behind him. And then another Carnation Motorsports car, the 55 of Rusty Broussard. He's got Janza behind him. Janza started this race in 42nd, and he's currently in 5th.
But,
I'll do it.
it's like I said, it doesn't matter where you're going to start because you're going to go from the back to the front to the back to the front all day long.
Midlife to the front right now with the 55 of Rusty Broussard looking behind him. David Alvarez in the 11, another car that has made their
Wow.
way up to
Look
the
how
front.
single file these guys got here.
And he is one that ran a lot of the amateur league races.
Yeah, started the season as an amateur league driver, and with the surprise retirement of Goky, David Alvarez, based on his previous performance, was put in that 11 car for the rest of the season.
That's a nice looking
I
7-Eleven
was
scheme
wondering
too.
how that one worked out, so, okay.
Most
He's
of the
got KHP
field
behind
still
him.
too wide here. It looks like Drayden Zen's the only car up in the 3rd lane. I don't think that's where he wants to be. KHP to the bottom, maybe, of David Alvarez.
Looking, not gonna do it.
We've seen it at pretty much every single track this year. KHP is not afraid to put his nose underneath someone else in even some questionable situations. And that bright red number 8 car has made his way up into
Jim.
5th place.
Look, okay, the joke was there. I had to. It wouldn't be a Jimmy broadcast without that.
Midlife
Here he
leads
goes.
another
KHP
lap.
looking to the inside.
He's going to move up into
This
3rd,
is looking
maybe.
like old Talladega here. Got Napa and Budweiser up at the front.
That's
There
not
you go.
Budweiser. That is Good Wrench Service Plus.
It's close enough. It looks like a Budweiser logo with all these pixels.
Here he goes to the
Jimmy, open your
inside.
eyes more and you'll be able to see what
It's pixels. I can't see.
Well,
KHP is on the move. Up in a 2nd place. He might be able to challenge Midlife for the lead. Midlife
I
has
believe
led
that's
4
Janza
laps in a
behind
row
him.
here. Janza, and then
Pure
it's
coming back.
Pure Incarnation.
And Carnation. It's all a cycle right now.
yeah, washing machine time.
Speaking of the cycle, here's David Alvarez behind them. And Rolo drops down. Here comes KHP for the lead. We knew it was coming. This 8, not 88, is on a huge run. And with
Now
some
we're
help
even.
from the 47, into the lead he
Welcome to the
goes.
blind gang. Now, will he be able to keep
That wasn't
this
blind, that was just a
lead
misspeaking.
to lead a lap?
Oh, Janza was having a look to the inside, but
Wow.
Pure said, hello, I'm taking 2nd place, and
And here
maybe
comes
the
Carnation.
lead.
Carnation with a huge run.
Hello, I am pure. My goodness.
And look
And
at
he
the
is not gonna be able to
train
lead.
on the inside line. Maybe these drivers have figured out what works best, and it's not 4-wide chaotic pack racing. This train on the bottom side, hopefully going to take us through the middle portion of this race without further difficulty.
Comes David. He's going to try to look low. Nope, it's Rolo down to the inside. And Carnation goes back to the front.
Boy, he wants to be out front, that 95. He's not afraid of getting the inside of his
Weren't
half
they running
teammate.
into some troubles early on in the season? Trying
Yeah,
to get some,
it has
redemption here?
not been a great championship defense so far from Wood Incarnation in the 95. He's been sitting pretty low in the points, had a couple of good runs recently, and here comes Rolo to the bottom.
I think this is the first time that he's even sniffed the lead in this season.
Yeah, I was gonna say in any race.
Well, this is the
Comes to
first
the line, and he will
midlife having
lead a lap.
peak under the double yellow line there.
Other than the 85 and the 6, no quarter motorsport has
Now,
had very little
the
success
outside
up in
line
front
is
of them.
forming up, guys. I think that we might see an outside line start to work here.
Well, we've got a lot of fast cars up here. We got the David Alvarez in the 11, the 8, the 47 of Janza, Rusty Broussard, and they're on the move.
Here we go.
So,
Look at that.
Rolo's
Look at that
moved
outside
up.
line.
See if
And
he can
now
get some
it
momentum
is
here. Midlife to the front again.
Midlife.
Rolo, this is the first track of this season. He's a rookie in the Sim Series, but he did race here last season in the 39, filling in for Trace Ryder, who got injured at Bristol. And he not only pre-qualified his way into the event, but had a pretty good performance.
I'll tell you what, he's got a big run on the outside right here. He is holding on, and he's going to move down to the inside.
Working
and
the
defend
lines.
second position.
Getting a little bit of draft from the 83.
Carnation's about to get... There he goes. Bye-bye, Carnation.
I think he got a little bit tight mid-corner. He ends up sliding up the
And here
track.
comes Carter. Pole sitter.
Carter behind DS Gaming on the bottom, Savage Toy Show behind him. But look at the middle line as the bright green Spotify machine of Pure moves his way up, and Carter's looking to
here
the
we
bottom.
go.
And here comes the 3 wide. We knew it was coming.
This is where it
Savage
gets
Toy
dicey.
Show's
Look
going to
at
make it
that. There
4
we go.
wide. Oh,
That's
boys,
Howell
be
again.
careful.
And look
Oh,
at
no,
Pure from the top down to the bottom to take third.
What incarnation?
Front of
Really
Carter.
is
4 wide on the top. He's going to drop back down only 3 wide. Trevor Sports with the Twitch follow. Hello. Hi, Trevor. Welcome.
HB underneath of Facebook
That's
Boy.
Savage Toy Show. And Carter
And
Friesen
Pure goes for
pushing
second.
Pure. Rolo's
Rolo
going to
might
drop
be
back.
able to
He's got
find
no
it.
help. He's all
He
alone.
might be able to find his spot in the inside line, but
In
I
front of
think it's
Savage
a
Toy
little
Show. Yep,
too
he's gonna
little too
take
late.
it.
Never mind. He's going to go down there.
Here comes Pure for the lead again with Carter Friesen behind him. Rolo, he's going to lose out. Savage Toy Show has a huge run here from Crispy Fried Racer, and the back of the pack is getting a little bit dicey. But that 60 is one of the fastest cars on track right now, hitting 195 in the tri-oval, but Midlife's going to try and block. Not quite clear.
Oh, Almost got knocked underneath the yellow line there. He's got the 91 behind him.
Midlife still trying to put the squeeze on Savage, but it won't work. Carter Friesen to the lead.
We're going to try to. Down the back
Oh,
stretch.
this is getting dangerous. You see KHP01 way on the top side, as well as Xander M and David Alvarez deep
Check
in the
out
pack.
that number 3. He was all the way at the tail end of the field at the beginning of this race, and now he's moved up to mid-pack.
He had lost the draft entirely in that
Oh, look
first
at
run.
that move.
NJC, the rookie in the 30, being very
Yeah,
aggressive.
I think that's Hunter B in the 77.
Yep, Hunter B
looking
right
behind
behind
him.
him. JR Preston plays
He was
YT.
involved in that first crash.
Pure stuck 3 wide. He's going to drop back here.
He'll be back soon enough.
Midlife and Fireball going to
With a
get
car
underneath
like
him.
that, definitely.
Yeah. We'll see him in like 3 laps.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of familiar faces out front. We're seeing Carter Friesen yet again. Here comes Crispy Fried Racer with NJC peeking to the inside.
Again? Is he going to? No. Didn't have the run. Seems like these guys can... Seems like some of these guys are stalling out in turn 2. And look at this pack. Oh my goodness.
It really is a beautiful sight, this kind of
There it
racing
goes.
here at Talladega.
And here we go. The pass for second.
NJC with
And the
Hunter
lead
B.
for Carter Friesen, just like the duel.
But look
Oh,
at the
they're 4
run
wide
they've
back
got
again.
here. NJC's got a huge run. Hunter B's been pushing him for this entire lap, and he might have a shot at the lead coming out of turn 2. Carter Friesen about a car length
4
ahead.
wide.
Oh boy, DS
Cody back
Gaming.
there.
I think they'll be fine.
I'm a little
Famous
bit
last words.
concerned.
Famous last words.
It looks like they've got it sorted out. Just
James
3
was in the middle of
wide.
That, too. That was very scary.
Back up the field. Priya
at the
McShane. Priya
What?
was almost a lap down, and here she is
Wow.
into the top 5
It's incredible.
with NASCAR Lover behind her. 2 cars that were at the very back of this pack. And they're both going to be in the top 5. Jared Preston plays YT, goes to the inside of Hunter B for second. Carter Friesen managed to hold on to the lead. NJC fell back a little bit. Oh boy, it looks like still pretty much
And
3
look at that
wide.
field.
This pack is
Yeah,
busy.
they're very close together.
And this could get dangerous. We're only 26 laps into this race. And boy, the action we've seen today has been absolutely phenomenal. The 1 and the 3 and the 79 on the bottom. Here comes NASCAR Lover 201.
Wow. And I told you, he was all the way at the back of the pack, and now that black number 3 moving up might have a bid for the lead here because he's got a huge run on him going into turn 3.
We'll see what the
But-
79 does behind him.
Yeah, he could very well take it over.
It's got Michael Deitch on the bottom as well.
And it looks like he's going to... No, he won't, actually. They're
He's
going to
not
stay
Stay
in line.
for now. Oh, it's getting
Oh, for now,
dangerous
we'll
in the
see what happens
pack.
coming off the corner.
They're going to go 4 wide here through the tri-oval deep in there. Most of the leaders sticking to that bottom side. Looks like the middle line not quite formed up just yet, but I feel like it might be getting some momentum soon.
2 stacks of 4 wide right now. They get it sorted out.
Yeah, they're good. They're back to single file.
Here comes
There
NASCAR
he
Lover to the bottom.
goes.
There's the move. Drayden Zun went with them, as did the 57 of Michael Deitch.
Now the
We
big
got lap
question-
traffic
Left
here.
car.
the
Austin
big
Ripp
question
came
right
into the
now
pits.
Is, can he lead a lap? Oh, lap traffic might stack this
Is he
field
off
up.
pace? Or I think he's just off pace. Austin Ripp, one of the damaged cars from
Oh,
that
here
first
we go.
wreck.
I knew it.
Oh boy, this
That
is
wasn't going to
not-
last long.
This is
Yeah.
going to get
Right
dangerous
now,
here
it
with the
looks
84,
like
though.
That Carter Friesen has led the most laps here so far today. Yes.
Well, it looks like he's
Just
got one of the stronger cars here too.
Just
That-
one
that's
more over midlife. who
Drayden
has
Zen
6
moves
laps
up to
left.
get around the
See
84.
how
That's
that
going to
just
hold
goes.
up
And
the
that's gonna
bottom
stack up the
line.
inside.
Oh,
Michael
boy.
Deitch just got held up, and there goes Drayden Zen. He's gone. We'll see him in like 6 laps.
Austin Ripp has quite a bit of damage from that first incident,
Oh, my.
and he is off the pace, and here comes the
he's
bottom
holding up
side.
Whoa,
everyone.
here we go. Oh,
And
my
I
goodness.
was going to get freight trained up the middle, hopefully.
Carter's trying to get around the outside. The inside
no,
line's
he
trying to
does.
get past them.
Outside line.
Look at how
Oh, my
tight
goodness.
this pack is.
Oh man, this is
And here comes
not-
NASCAR Lover.
To the inside for the lead. It's NASCAR Lover 201, and we knew Drayden Zen was going to
And
be a
he
sitting
might
duck.
be able
Yeah.
to lead it this time.
Maybe. Carter
but that
Friesen's got a
84
pretty
is
good
just
run here
cold.
as well.
Look at the outside line. It's killed. It's gone.
For the one of
84
JR Preston plays
single-handedly
YT,
killed it.
Hunter
It's
B,
unseen.
Priya McShane, they're going way to the back.
That 84 just does not want to move, and if I was a slap the 84 spotter off the roof. 'Cause that's just
Oh,
unacceptable.
here we go.
That's tightened up this group at the front,
That's
and now we
Deitch.
got some big moves. Carter Freeze into
Got
the
the
lead.
55 of
Michael
Rusty.
Deitch for third. And this is really
And
shaking
Carter
things up.
back to the lead.
Boy, that 33 is so strong today.
Yeah.
I mean, when he got out front last time, he stayed out front. And when he got shuffled back, it was only 1 or 2 laps, and he's here in the lead again. But Michael Deitch might have a response. 57 with a push from the 55 to the inside for the lead out of turn 4.
Oh, they're going to put Austin Ripp 4 wide back there. Man.
Well, is he on the top 4 wide? I hope he is.
They were kind of moving him up to the top now. Ugh.
So Michael Deitch to the lead, but the outside's starting to form up a little bit. We're seeing the 3, the 79, some quick cars maybe able to carry
look
some
at the
momentum down the back straightaway.
Not gonna do it yet. Chase Coyote. And he's got Carnation behind him again.
But here comes
Back
the
up towards the front.
33. They have great speed on the back straightaway. This outside line is hauling. Carter Freeze into the lead again.
Well, look how
Not for
long
long.
that is. Look how long that outside line is. How short the outside line is. Not as much help on the outside line, but whatever.
But it's helping. Look at this move. Oh my goodness.
All the way to the lead. Cleared him.
That is
on
a
the outside.
crazy run.
And now he's car lengths clear of Michael Deitch, too. Carter
Yeah,
Freeze
he's got
into the
all the
lead
world behind him.
for the 3rd or 4th time today. NASCAR
And
lovers
here
also
comes
moving
the
down.
3.
Boy,
NASCAR Lover 201.
oh, but here comes
and here
Rusty
comes Rusty
Broussard.
Broussard.
That's going to shake everything up.
He's got Chase the
Mark
Coyote and
Silas is looking up the middle, too, on the 52.
one Carnation. 3 wide. A little bit of shuffling back there. Looks like that lap car pretty much thinned out the pack.
Doggo Racer asking about the pit window. Let's quickly check. 37 laps is the pit window. We had the restart, or the pits I think were around lap 12. So
Yeah,
do the math
12.
here. They're going to be able to make it to around lap 50?
Yeah, they should make it to around halfway into.
But if they do pit, on,
Oh,
we
trouble.
got midlife.
That's midlife.
That is an engine
He blew up. He
expiring.
did. Oh.
Just boom goes the dynamite. Oh my goodness. No caution though. We stay green.
Oh boy.
He might get black flagged here for debris if he doesn't get off
He-
track.
he's had a
well, I mean,
good
he is
run.
off the racing line, so that's
Yeah,
good.
he's off track. I'm just hoping he makes it all the way.
That 83 was leading a good number of laps.
Yeah.
He led the second most.
Yeah, he's led 6 laps so far today.
And that is a significant engine expiry for the 83 team.
I don't know if he's going to make it back around.
Hopefully he'll be able to pull it
Carnation
over.
is just dominating this race so far. Whenever he's out in front, he's able to keep it for multiple laps. Here comes Carnation, another one of those very strong cars out in front.
That 83 blowing up really started to split this pack up. You can see the
Yeah,
lead group is
if
just down to
Austin Ripp
19
didn't-
cars.
If Austin Ripp didn't do enough damage, certainly the engine explosion of the 83 did its job.
And a lot of these drivers are caught in the backpack. They're going to have to get formed up if they want to catch the leaders. Because here they are. It's what Incarnation to the inside and the 20 of Ben Pye to the front for the first
Got
time.
moved to the outside by
McSpook Boy and the 53 of Richard Herman, and then Janza again, and Julio Caesar in the 42. Incarnation goes to the bottom. The 83
Oh my
does
gosh,
make it to pit
mid-lane.
road.
Just made it to pit road now.
What Incarnation out front with McSpook Boy having a peek to the inside.
So we have 2 packs now. I don't think that the second pack will catch up.
So we've got 19 cars in the lead group. And quick maths, we have less in the next group, and they are not formed up at all.
Yeah, they are just scattered right now.
This pack is going on to have a successful rap career. Tupac.
Wow. Wow. Really? Really?
If you're looking to be a broadcaster,
Submit your resume to I know what half of 99 is at drivethrough.com. And maybe we'll take a look.
underscores in that, or dashes, or is it just all one word?
Oh my goodness.
Better have a 45 in it somewhere.
Yeah,
There's
well,
Priya. Coming back up.
What's half of 94? Let's start there.
44.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
Carnation. Look at the outside here. They've got more cars on the outside than the inside right now. And what incarnation with Carter freezing. We know these are fast cars. They're moving, but here comes
here we
Herman.
Oh man.
3
Look
wide
out.
for the
Inside.
lead. And it's going to be
He's gonna lead
3
his
wide
first
behind him.
laps.
I don't even know who that is.
That's Richard Herman in the 53.
Sorry.
You don't know the Richard Herman?
But
Oh my
Carnation's going to
I see
clear them all.
5
And
pixels on my
wow,
screen.
what a
Holy
move.
cow.
From the outside. I mean,
Run by Carnation.
it's the 95 and the 33 hooked together. It's going to be fast. What Incarnation and Carter
true.
Friesen have been fantastically quick through the first half
They
or
were
so
about
of
to go
this
4
race.
wide.
But if you
And you know
notice,
what?
That second pack is actually starting
They
to
are.
close.
They
Well,
are.
if these
catching
guys
it.
keep racing 3 wide like this, it would make sense. It looks like they're starting to
They are
get formed up
just
back
a
there.
little under 3 seconds
Oh,
away.
this is getting dangerous. Priya McShane behind her teammate Julio Caesar. They're on the move up the pack. Starting to go 3 wide here, and that secondary group might be able to catch up, and we could have a full pack yet again. But what Incarnation leads by a couple car lengths over Janza.
CodyHGaming leading that second line.
Janza, Julio Caesar, Priya McShane with a push from the 91. I don't think she wanted to put her teammate up in the middle, but
And here
got
comes
pushed there.
Janza to the front.
Janza on the 47. Oh, we got a wreck. The 55. Oh, big one.
Hard hit.
Oh, they're coming back up. Oh!
And a hard
Oh,
hit.
Train. Oh, this is the big one. Oh, there it goes.
The second pack is
Oh,
everybody.
Train Zen.
Oh!
down Drayden Zen.
Oh my gosh.
Hunter
Trace
B,
Ryder
David
involved. Alvarez.
Cody.
Anderson
Savage
Reed.
Toy
Rusty
Show.
Broussard. That's the big one, and definitely a
NASCAR
caution here
lover.
at Talladega.
Yeah, the 3-car.
Oh, my
Um,
goodness.
That was awful. That was a hard hit.
Drayden Zen took
And then
some of the
coming
hardest
back
hits
up
I've ever
across the
seen.
track. That's definitely one of the worst crashes we've seen in the Sim series.
And we got a lot of wrecked race cars. Oh, boy.
You know it's going to be big when you see all those guys coming back up across the racetrack like that.
Well, and
They
the
caught
reason
the
that
end
they
of the
got
wall.
because of that second pack.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why they came up into the second pack was because of that jutted out wall there
Yeah.
that they hit.
Well, and they were going so fast when they
Yeah. It's like a slingshot.
Alvarez is killed.
Anderson Reed
Anderson Reed is
destroyed.
junked.
Savage Toy Show.
Yeah, Savage doesn't have too much damage. I think the 92 was involved in that too, maybe. Rusty Broussard has a lot of
And
damage. He was
Drifty 73
Drifty
cheered.
with some bits.
Ah,
100.
and NASCAR lover.
Jimmy,
the 79
half of
is
92
junked.
is
He's going to be out for
46,
sure. He
and
went
half
upside.
of 94 is 47.
John says, Jimmy, half of 92 is 46, and half of 94 is 47. Maybe we'll have John Felber in the booth later on. Thanks for the bit donation. Let's
We
go
have a
back
we
and
have
take
a
this
math
apart.
analyst.
Let's go
A
back
math analyst.
Yes.
and see exactly what happened.
that.
Similar
God
to
help
a
us
rules
all.
analyst, but yeah. Let's
Except they
let's
deal
go
with
take a
common
look.
sense.
It
And-
looked
and
like
see
the
what
3 and the
God
55
and
and
earth
someone
we
else
saw
got hooked
here.
together. They're going 4 wide coming out of turn 2. We're going to go to helicopter cam
4
again.
wide with oh, that's Carter. And everybody but Carter in that.
They
pack
just
is
get
the one that
squeezed.
goes-
Oh, we got
No,
a
I
prime
think
resub.
Rusty-
Hold on a second.
Not Compass subscribed on
Rusty
Twitch.
turned left to
A.
avoid hitting Carter because I think he got tight.
Nope.
And he just turned down, not knowing that the 3 was there.
No compass with the prime resub. Thank you so much. 2 months in a row. I appreciate it.
I guess that means he found.
Has
his
he found it
compass.
yet? Oh, God.
So I don't know if we
Jacob,
can
we're
really
becoming the
blame
same
the
person.
55 on this one. Rusty Broussard just trying to get a good run out of the corner. I guess he comes down a little bit, but it's so tight when they're going 4 wide out of the
I
corner.
think the 55 came down. They're trying to fight for the middle line real estate there.
Oh,
I think Rusty was just trying to stay off Carter.
oh my goodness.
Cody
The
turned
second
up to
pack
try and
just
avoid, and
piled
instead
into it.
just
Oh,
killed the
Rolo's
man.
destroyed too.
There are at least 15 cars involved in that. JR Preston's involved. KHP has damage. Man,
huge accident. I can't believe how massive that was. We're going to look at the 79 of Drayden Zen.
Inside wall.
All I can say is, hold on.
Hold your breath. Yeah, this is just hardest.
You can
hits in the
hear
inside
how
wall
hard
the
it was.
three.
Yeah.
The 3 hit the hardest hit, and then he just gets pegged. And again, that's Trace that sends him up and over.
Into John Jones, and he's upside down flipping, and he hits 2 more cars.
Jacob, don't ever say that again.
What did I do?
We're gonna watch Drayden Zen again here. I mean, there's nothing he can do.
Man, the 3 took a hard hit.
And look at these hits. The 60, then the 39, then the 43.
Hallow IMU makes it through somehow.
He got hit by 2 cars there to flip over.
The 98 is involved.
I mean, look at this. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
That is
Wombo
awful.
combo.
We're gonna have
on
to-
the back straightaway.
We're gonna have to check in from Drayden Zen in the infield care center later
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna have to make a trip down there. Jimmy,
Oh my goodness.
staying out there, wait for drivers.
We're gonna
Freezing
go.
out there.
We're gonna go on
Well,
board
that's
here.
That's not an us problem. It's a you problem.
We're gonna go on board here with Hello IMU, who I think got through this, but really hard to tell exactly what happened. Oh boy. Just chaos.
Banging off of everybody. He got the better end of that.
I think the 1 took a hard hit on the inside wall.
Yeah, he took a pretty hard hit after getting hit.
I don't think he
Oh,
got the
never mind.
wall.
But
I think he just piled right into it.
yeah, he just
Yeah, he got
caught
Cody.
right there and then spun around.
Oh,
the
KHP.
8!
Yep.
Oh
He took a hard
man.
hit bouncing off of roll.
DEI cars just did not have a good time through this wreck. That's 3 of the 4 DEI cars that I see involved.
There's 5 DEI cars in this race. The 22 and the 91 are the other ones. Gee.
I thought that there was a, I thought there was a cap.
79.
Man.
Just destroyed the field. I mean,
And they were charging up there to get back up to the main pack. If they got up to the main pack, I mean,
they were going so fast around here. Their speeds coming out of the corner. You know, they're at 194 at the start of the back straightaway. You know, before this incident, Pure's doing 195. Oh my goodness! We're gonna ride on board here with Pure, the 61. You see the cars bouncing off the inside wall, coming up the track. Hold on, my goodness!
oh man, oh, and then
Oh
piled
wow!
up there.
All right, we're gonna hang on here, and we're gonna go on board with Drayden Zen. As I mean, he's making big moves, coming on the inside of 3 or 4 cars through turn 2, and
It almost looks like 5 wide.
just hang on. Oh. The hit from Trace Ryder was just massive. And that 39 is most definitely out of the race.
Yeah, well, he got towed back to pit road.
Man, look at the 3.
Even looking at the running order, the 3 is out, 79 is out, 39 is out, and it was an ignition issue that took midlife out before the call.
It ignited all right. My goodness.
Well, yeah.
He was crop dusting the speedway. So Priya ended up in the lead.
Wow.
That's impressive.
So pit cycle
And
here.
after getting stuck on the apron,
Janza stays out. Janza and what incarnation staying out after a long green flag run. Jake 24 is also going to stay out.
that's really risky.
Just a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, NJC's obviously getting some damage repaired, but I think it's going to be... It looks like most people are actually only getting 2 tires here.
Yep.
Yeah, right sides only. I mean, it is Talladega. So out of the pits, it looks like they got hammed up a little bit, but it is John Jones is a lap down. He was involved in the wreck. So Priya, the first car out of the pits, she's currently in 4th place. We have 3 cars that decided mysteriously to stay out. And, I mean, it's Talladega. Why are you staying out? I don't think they're going to be able to go much longer before they run out of gas. We said they'd be able to go to around lap 50 or something. I mean, maybe they're hoping that cautions keep breeding cautions. But Janza, Carnation, and Jake 24.
After that wreck, I think everybody's going to...
That, I mean, I know we keep looking back to McSpook Boy's flip at Daytona, but that might be the biggest wreck in the Sim Series history.
But I think that was the hardest hit in the Sim Series history.
Yeah, for Drayden Zen in the 79. We're going to have to hear back on him later and how he's doing. Most definitely out of the race. And I think getting some care from the doctors in the infield here at Talladega. So through the wreck, we have 4 retirements plus midlife who retired from an engine explosion just a few laps earlier. We have 3 cars a lap down, the 43, the 55, and the 84. They're all damaged from previous incidents. And there's a lot of hot rods at the back of the field. Oh, boy. They got the hood off of the 11. That car is definitely going to be slow and off pace. And maybe we'll start shaking things up if we get these long green flag runs again. But for lap 43 of 94, we're going to be going green again as the fittingly green pace van is going to be pulling into the pits here.
So we have 34 cars on the lead lap, and we have 37 in total on the track.
I'm amazed after the scope of that accident. Green flag in the air, and what incarnation immediately trying to get to the lead.
That was a very broken
Pure's got damage. Pure's got a lot of damage, and they're going to go 4 wide into turn 1. Priya McShane around the outside.
Whoa! And these guys are going to get slowed up by the 55 and the 43.
So the 3 cars who didn't pit out front, but Priya McShane's going to get a pretty good run here. The rest of the pack being stuck behind the 43 of John Jones and the rest of these damaged race cars. What incarnation on the outside. He's got absolutely no help, but Priya's going to go to the inside of her teammate. With Xander M now a part of the mix. I think Jake 24, he wasn't in the main pack for the long green flag run. Not sure if he's got damage or if he just got caught behind cars with damage. We'll see what he can do now that he's out front after not pitting. And just
this front pack is very sparse.
But it's only a matter of time before these guys catch up. I mean, they're all lined up single file, and you've got cars still stuck behind John Jones in the 43. Ryan Johnston, Dysick, Hunter B. Oh, boy.
We're good.
So Priya McShane to the lead.
I think that's Janza on the outside. No, that's still Carnation. Nope, never mind. It is Janza.
Carnation's on the bottom. Janza.
Where are we, Bill?
A lot of blue cars, all right, and a lot of not pixels.
Yeah, and a lot of white numbers.
Carnation's coming in.
Oh, Carnation's pitting. So is Jake 24.
Oh boy, talk about
Those
bad
guys that
strategy.
stayed out,
This is looking
Yeah,
like
that's dumb
Daytona
because they-
all over again.
they won't be able to make it to the end.
This is full-on Daytona.
This is stupid.
No tires, just fuel. I feel like we've seen that before with this number 95. And J24 also going to come in for a splash of gas. The lead pack looking very thin. My goodness.
Yeah, they're very spread out. This is weird for Talladega.
Well, unfortunately, with the extent of that wreck, I think this... I don't know if we can get big pack racing again, but still pretty exciting. Xander M close behind Priya McShane for the lead. You've got the 84 of Austin Ripp. Jans is going to come in and pit. He's the last car.
No, he's not.
Who didn't pit
And
under
there goes
caution.
Janza.
See if the rest of these guys can line up here. They might be able to get there. I feel like they've got a good number of clean cars still. But this secondary
so I don't know
pack
who
looking
this
like the
Cody
strongest
H.
right now.
Dingus is, but he's streaming and
Huh?
going on.
I believe there are some
So,
words coming out of Jacob's mouth. See if we can get an update on what those are.
Oh, really? Could you not? Hello, test 1, 2,
Cody
3.
HGaming, something
You
about
were
him.
completely clear that whole time.
Okay, CodyHGaming, this dingus just started streaming stuff and disappointing. What a guy! Not even a fan. He's a fake fan of the Drive-Thru Sim series.
Jake 24 is going to go a lap down. I mean, him and Carnation and Janza, they're all split up on their own, and that bad strategy call is really going to cost them here. Because the leader is...
That was one of the most stupid calls I've ever seen in the series.
Oh.
Well, we've seen it before at Daytona.
Man.
McSpookboy gets stuck on the bottom, and Jake 24 is actually going to move up mid-corner, which is going to cost
This is just gonna help
Xander.
Priya. And here comes Carter. Back again. Oh my goodness.
That secondary group starting to form up a little bit. If they stay single file on the bottom like that.
Cannot seem to get out of the lead group, can he?
That 33 is so fast. I mean, him and Carnation were some of the best, but Carnation not pitting under caution really costing him so much here. He's going to lose a lap in a minute or two. As you can see, Priya pretty close behind.
I'd say it's the former on that one because they're catching him fast.
I feel like if Carter doesn't win or doesn't get a top 5, it'll be a big disappointment. That 33 has looked like the strongest car on track all day today.
Oh, for sure.
In the duels
Comes
and in
Xander.
the main event. Xander M to the
Here comes
bottom,
the
but
6 as well.
And here
Spookboy-
comes Big
Spookboy looking for
Spookboy.
the first, trying to get his second win of the season.
Oh, and there's the
Oh,
pack
look at
behind.
that pack there. Wow.
Yeah, they're bunching
Well,
up, that's
actually,
for
it was.
sure.
It wasn't as big as shown there, but
Yeah, size doesn't matter to me.
Spookboy to the inside for the lead with Xander
and
M
you're trying
behind
to
him.
be a broadcaster, and you're getting on me. Okay.
And they got lap traffic, the 47 and the 95.
And I think Priya is going to benefit from this again.
Well, I don't know. Let's see if they can get a bumper underneath Janza. They might be able to do it in the
No,
corner.
it slowed them both equally.
If Janza moves up just a little bit, Spookboy's going to
Well,
stick his
and I
bumper
think-
underneath. There he goes.
Janza can at
There's
least
your answer.
Janza can. Both of those guys can at least get up to speed. So really, it shouldn't have an effect on.
Really, there's
on
only
much, as long
3
as they
guys in this lead pack right now. The rest of them are all lap cars.
The
Yeah, as long
6,
as
the
they get-
0,
as long as
1,
they get up to speed in
the
the
41,
draft,
and
it shouldn't
33.
be Too much of a hindrance.
So four guys up there.
Spookboy going to get past Carnation here. Xander M sticking
Look
to
at that
second.
Busted Ripp in that pack.
Yeah, he's a lap down. though.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I didn't think he was like a car that actually had power under the. I was surprised.
This main pack is going to catch him pretty soon, though.
I think he pitted earlier, and that's why he was off the pace.
Well, no, he was involved in the first.
Yeah, he definitely had damage.
No, I'm talking about before that wreck. He was slow and
I think he's still a little bit off pace, but in the draft he's able to keep up. Xander M to the lead.
Carnation gonna follow him here. That second pack is not really catching up to this lead group, even with all this shuffling around.
Dracoan with a pretty good stat here. 3 drive-through racing venture cars have flipped this season. The 77, the 79, and the 7 have all been upside down at some point in the first half of this season.
That's incredible.
3 out of how many?
5.
4, 5. Okay. Still 2 more to go.
Well, who would those be?
We've got an update from the Infield Care Center. NASCAR Lover 201 in the number 3 might have a possible concussion, and it looks like an arm injury. Not sure if he'll be in the car next week at Charlotte, but it's looking like no. And actually, let me check the schedule. It might have an off week next week before the All-Star race. So it may not be too big of a problem.
Is it at Charlotte?
That's generally where the All-Star race is, yes.
Well, I don't know if it's somewhere stupid. Come on, man.
So after Talladega, yeah, it's going to be the All-Star race next week, next Tuesday. Carter Friesen to the lead. Who'd have thought? 33's out front again.
Haven't seen him out front in a while.
Well,
and here comes Priya.
oh boy!
Oh, they're gonna make it to whoa!
Anderson
And look,
Reed.
and Carter benefits so much from that.
They were gonna go 3 wide.
Whoa, and they're 4 wide back there.
That's the
Guys,
18 of
take it
DNP
easy.
way on top. Please don't be wrecking. Not now. This is supposed to
I don't
be
think they're gonna listen.
a small group to catch the leaders. And look at the
Oh my
racing
gosh,
we've
they look
got
like they're about to
here.
go 5 wide.
Yeah, this is ugly right
Nobody wants to push DNP.
UGL wide coming off of 4.
Oh
And they're
my
just going to keep
goodness.
adding to it.
here. Yeah, they're just gonna keep piling them in.
Well, once DNP goes to the back, it looks like it's going to be a little bit better.
Oh, man.
Careful on the
Oh,
bottom. There we go.
man.
They're okay. The 85 took a bit of apron going into turn 1, but it looks like it's all sorted out now. Only 3 wide in this secondary group. And you can see the gap closing to the leaders, but they're going to have to get past Anderson Reed in the 12. And it won't be easy. That 12 car is incredibly slow. And they're going 4 wide again.
Yeah, the second pack is not catching up.
This is dangerous. The inside is absolutely stacked up behind Anderson Reed in the 12. And the outside is the faster part right now. But, I mean, they're right on each other's bumpers. They really got to get that 12 out of the way. Check in at the front of the pack. They're side by side for the lead. And, wow, it's Carter Friesen.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, we got some. Oh.
We're going to have some more lappers here in a second. This might be the rest of this race after the big one. David Alvarez in the 11. John Jones, he took a huge hit. The 55
I'm
of
honestly
Rusty
surprised
Broussard.
David Alvarez is still in this thing.
Yeah,
He was
I
awesome.
thought
The
that was
front end's
close.
gone.
It's looking like a modified right now. Looks like Keselowski's car from yesterday's race.
I think they're going to hold up both lines maybe. No, looks like John Jones does move back down. This could go to McSpookboy's advantage.
Well, maybe. We'll see if anybody decides to move up going into 1.
I think they will. Because
Yeah.
Carter really wants to get under them. But
Yeah,
so
they're
does
gonna-
Jones.
Oh,
55.
whoa!
Oh.
Got blocked by the 43.
And now the 43 is just going to get shoved out of the way. Carter Friesen just moved. Get out of the way.
Boy, that second group got really split up on that lap traffic. They're not going to have as much momentum now. Still working hard to try and catch up, but
11 and
is Carter going to try the middle? No.
Oh,
Oh,
man!
but they just shuffled the 0-1 out of the deck. See you later. And here comes, well, that's a lapped car.
Yeah, this second group is definitely going to catch the leaders at this rate. Absolutely
Yeah.
stuck behind
They
lappers.
also have to get through this lap traffic. So as much as it helps them, it could also hurt them here in the long run. So one car is already through it.
Carter
Just gotta work
Friesen.
on the other two
And
here.
now
Oh,
Austin
there they go.
Ripp's going to stay behind him, though. One Carnation. Probably not too happy about that. Looking like a Heat 4 race. We got lappers just trying to race the leaders, and here comes the pack.
They caught up in a hurry.
But
Yeah,
now they
were
got to get
going.
around these slow cars. The 55 of Rusty Broussard, the 11 of David Alvarez, and of course the 43 of
Ben Pye
John
made
Jones.
it through. Nobody else did.
Ben Pye did make it through, and now they're going
Ben
too
Pye got
wide.
around it.
The 11 and the
Pye
43 are
going
making a
roadblock again.
wall.
Well, we're going to keep 2 packs.
What a carnation
Yep.
to the lead.
They got the 84 up out of the groove and the
Oh, boy. Yeah, that second pack.
Yeah,
Definitely
bye,
getting
guys. See you
squeezed
later.
together. But they might be able to pick up some more cars here. You've got the 18, the 9, the 52, and the 85. They've all stuck together. Kept it single file, and they'll be able to join back up onto this pack once they finally get past these slow cars.
I think I'm a good 3 laps behind with this,
Just back
This
out and
live
come
scoring?
back. Oh, with the
Does it
live
show
scoring.
lap 57?
it's on lap 56.
Oh,
Oh, I'm on 57.
the race is on
for
57. So we got a couple of lap cars dropping back. Well, actually, they're sort of staying with this
wait.
group. The 95, the 47.
Priya's back out.
Ben
Yeah,
Pye
Priya's-
is up into
Priya's
fourth.
in the lead.
So-
I think we forgot that Carnation's a lap down.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Benpai
why,
was the only
Carter.
car from the second group who was able to sort of bridge the gap to the leaders. And he's going to put some pressure on.
And they actually, in that process, they were able to
Here comes Mixed
get
Fruit
traffic
Boy.
out of the way there. So Carter is now stuck behind the lap traffic, and then in this pack.
Lap Traffic's doing a good job of keeping these packs separated. We've got 4 distinct groups.
Yeah.
You can see them as they go down the back straightaway.
And
Xander
Trey-
M
oh,
to
never
the
mind.
lead.
Here we go.
I think Benpai is going to be pretty hungry. Your last Super Speedway winner here in the Sim Series. Benpai took a dramatic win at Daytona.
Yeah, just barely beat his teammate.
And now he's up into second place with a rear windscreen full of Janza's 47, some lap traffic to help him. A 95 as well. And the 84 of Austin Ripp. And Janza wants to get back on the lead lap. So lap cars to the bottom now. And Xander M says, no, sir, not today. The 01 moves down to block. And that's not working out for Benpai. You can see the momentum he's lost. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3. What incarnation?
Down on the bottom.
I mean, if he could get out in front of the 01, be at the front of this group when a caution comes out, he will be able to drive back around. And that's pretty much the only way he can get his lap back.
Yep.
No lucky dogs here. No dogs allowed.
And we've got a lot
we
of
have a
slow
coyote.
cars at the back here.
Well, yeah, the one dog that we had, we banned, so that's why there are no more dogs allowed. Right?
That's a fair point.
Oh.
Look at how spread out these guys are. The second...
This
I think we've
group
got
is
the second and the third groups are starting to form together. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, and there's the fourth pack, and they're all sort of equal size, so it's pretty difficult for them to generate a whole bunch of momentum and get a big pack going again.
Yeah. And Carter Friesen back to the lead. He's about to lead his 17th lap of the day. At this point, he's going to lead the most laps.
A great run for that 33 team. He's already got a win. He's got a win at a road course, and here he is at a super speedway leading most of the day. So they've got some pretty good packages all around in the 33 team. Fantastic run for an uncharted team, and honestly might have a pretty good shot here at the chase-offs and the championship when we get down to the end of the season. So this here, race 9, as we're approaching the halfway point here in the Drive-Thru Sim Series. Next week, we're putting on a show down at Charlotte. It's the All-Star Weekend featuring, of course, an open race, and then the first ever Sim Series All-Star event. Should be a very, very good show with some fantastic racing. And then after that, it's the Coca-Cola 300, which was definitely one of the most exciting races last season, and certainly going to put on a good show in 2 weeks' time.
Good boy going for the lead here. It's pretty much been Spook Boy, Priya, Carter, and then it just kind of...
Well, we only have
revolves like
4
that.
lead lap cars in this group here. The
Yeah.
41, the 6, the 20, the 33, and the
5.
01. That's 5. I can count. It's because
Under the
Benpai
RN,
recently jumped onto
everybody.
it. So
No, it's
We
because
trained
you
him
hang out with
well.
us. It's because you hang out with.
You come here often?
No.
So 5 cars in the first group, or 5 lead lap cars in the first group.
Oh, that was a close battle there, I believe.
Xander M coming down on Carnation.
Did Priya get that?
Oh, to the line?
Looks
Yeah.
yeah, by 2. No.
Yeah, Priya by 1/100th of a second.
Wow.
Or sorry, 6,000ths of a
Yeah, I was
second.
gonna say now it refreshed.
It rounds up to 100th.
Yeah.
And that second group is falling back. These lapped cars at the front are really helping out the leaders.
Well, that second group is only 1, 2, 3. That second group is only 5 cars, and then you've got a bigger pack, which is like 10.
When did we get that big one? I feel like we could be in for some green flag pit stops decently soon, at least within 10 laps.
We got it around lap 48, if I recall correctly.
So they might be able to get to the end.
If they pit now, they should be able to make it.
So they will have to pit one more time.
37 laps. And we're coming up on 31 to go here. So yeah, or 30 to go. So yeah, they should be able to make it if they pit here.
Well, we saw last season, pit strategy, I mean, it really came down to the wire here at Talladega.
Yeah.
And it was ultimately, you know, cars coming out of the pits, drivers who could barely make it to the end on fuel, which really dictated the fantastic finish we had. This season, a little bit different, as we've got these 5 cars all close together. And I'll be interested to see who pits, if anyone organizes to come down at the same time, and if anyone gets stuck out on track alone. Because as soon as you're alone here at a super speedway, you are going so much slower, and in the middle of a pit cycle, you're just losing time. Speaking of losing time, they're catching up to the number 12 of Anderson Reed, by far the slowest car on track right now. He's going around 7 seconds a lap slower than his best. I don't even think he's hitting 170 around here. And he's definitely going to hold up the leaders once they get to what should be his back bumper, but is really just an empty hole in the rear end of that car.
Wow, they caught up to him in a hurry.
I mean, they're only doing around 20 mile an hour faster than him, 30 miles an hour faster than him.
The fact that they're missing a back bumper really hurt the car. And now the lead pack has been split into 2 lead packs.
And they're going to catch up to some more lap traffic in a hurry here. So Ben Pye leads. Then it's Carter Friesen. I'd be interested to see some pit strategy.
On the track.
Yeah, Keanu, go climb over the fence.
We got a streaker on the backstretch.
They're definitely going to have to pit one more time before the end, and they definitely will shake things up. Carter Friesen to the lead.
Allstate Mayhem guy walking across the track.
You never know when mayhem strikes.
Yeah, well, he walked across earlier when they had the big drawer.
Boy, what a mess that was.
79 was the Mayhem guy in that situation.
He had such a good run today, too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he had one of the better cars, and the whole race got turned upside down, literally.
He was doing good there in that middle run there, and it's unfortunate. Also, NASCAR Lover 201 had a great run.
From the back to the front.
Yeah.
And Rusty still had a good car at that point. Still pretty strong. A lot of good cars getting involved in that.
Here comes Bria.
Still a shakeup for the lead. It's Priya McShane again, but Austin Ripp is going to push the 33.
And they've almost shaken all the lap cars in that group out.
It looks like it, but Ben Pye was lost in the process.
Well,
I think he got stuck behind the 55 of Rusty Broussard.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Well, with pit stops and everything, it should be able to.
The second and third packs,
get back up into that pack.
They got up together, but now it's the 12 of Anderson Reed again getting in the way.
Where is the minimum speed policy for crying out loud?
Well, they're going to leave the slow cars in the middle. Mech?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mech.
Leading the group, that's Mech, yeah.
He's in 6th place right now. He's at the front of this secondary pack.
Wow.
Which is now split up again.
We haven't talked about him all day.
He was in the first rack.
In
so
the top 10.
He was able to get up there.
Recognized Chaos.
As we're your teammates Chaos, yeah.
That works too. He's up in 6th. I was recognizing him for his achievement, but that works too.
I was recognizing him for the fact that he dumped 2 of his teammates in the same corner in Toronto.
Recognize Chaos?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
At least I laughed.
I appreciate it, Jimmy. And there's a nice in the chat for lap number 69. There it is. We're all adults here.
Yeah.
Almost.
So we're coming to 25 laps to go.
Oh, we got another wall.
I'm like a month out, all right?
David Alvarez and John Jones have been battling each other for what is now, I believe, 35th position.
Oh, my God.
Hey, top 35, it matters.
Yeah.
It's valid.
All points matter.
Hello, I'm you in the chat. Funny sex number. Like Spook Boy to the
And
lead.
wow.
He didn't lift.
Bat out of hell to the
Yeah.
front.
Got shot like a hot dog out of a bun through the pack.
Okay, Mike Joy.
Hey, the best.
So
I
the
was
20
not
of
sure
Ben
that was-
Pie was the one car to bridge the gap between the secondary pack and the leaders, and now he's in no man's land.
On my own.
And
He's stuck in no man's land right now.
He's going to be dropping back to the secondary group pretty quickly, and
The only thing he can hope for is that he can somehow catch up to the first
these
pack
guys
or
are
fall back
all
enough
spread
to
out.
second, when pit stops come around. But
This reminds me a lot of
somebody to crash.
This reminds me kind of a 70s Talladega race. It's
Yeah.
a big spread out field.
Yeah, this is Talladega without restrictor plates now.
Except they do have restrictor plates.
No kidding, Sherlock. Oh look, more lap traffic.
Well, they picked up Ben Pie in that secondary group. See if he can bring them a little bit more speed. But right now, kind of backing Pure up on this top side.
So 29 cars are on the lead lap right now.
So that means we've seen the same 5 cars. Pretty much. Like Rusty, John Jones, Anderson Reed, David. They're all 180 laps down. It's
Sir, this is lap 71.
Oh.
They're going to be catching another group of cars here to put a lap down. It's the 30 of NJC, the 1 of JR Preston Plays YT, Savage Toy Show, and KHB. All cars that were involved in that big wreck. Slow and off the pace, but they're not quite as slow as David Alvarez and some of those guys. So they might be able to stick with the leaders and maybe give them a little push.
And this will be the last lead lap traffic thing we see for a while as Carnation's going 3 wide to try and get against the leaders. So Duel will take the lead.
I wonder if 2 cars on the top side can stay ahead of Carnation here. You got Spook Boy pushing Xander M. And yes, definitely. We got Julio Caesar came into pit. So did the 15. Here we go. Disick coming in. Oh, a lot of these cars from the second group. Priya McShane, Carter Friesen in the pits.
Carter. Okay.
So if
This
they
means
pit
that
now, they'll
there's
be able
gonna
to get to the
more
end.
Shuffled out.
Let's crash coming onto pit road so we can restart.
Carter Friesen with the benefit of the first pit box. Looks like fuel and no tires for pretty much everybody. And they're going to be able to make it to the end of the race.
If you're going to pit and get a full thing of fuel, and also get tires.
So
And
Priya
Carter wins
gets...
the race off pit road, but Priya passes him. That's
See,
legal.
but that's good. If they stay close together, they'll be able to have a pretty quick outlap because these guys who are coming into the pits now,
Yeah.
we're just going, much
Speaking
quicker.
of the outlap.
So Spook Boy comes in, as does
Yeah, what's that?
most of
Outlap,
this
or-
secondary group.
So I think it's easy to say that nobody's going to beat Carter Friesen's 19 lap-led record of
Oh,
the day.
Michael
What in
Deitch
the
just came up
world?
right in front of
Man.
KHP, and that's definitely going to
Hello,
affect the leaders.
Hello, Kevin Page.
Well, it was the
They are
back
3
straightaway
wide
at
back
least.
there. Hello, I am merging.
That's not
If
even
only
him.
that was him.
Yeah.
So here comes the
And
01.
comes Dew, and it looks like
He is the last of the leaders to come
I was
in.
gonna say I don't even know who's on the lead lap and who.
Mech comes in as
Here, now.
well, so does DNP. Yeah, so this is going to complete the pit cycle.
Brad Flynn,
Let's go back and see if we
whoever
can
that
find
one clown is. There's Carter and Priya.
So these are going to be your new leaders as the pit cycle finishes.
I wonder if those guys who pitted late will be able to stay out the rest of the time.
Well, anybody that pitted now, like this
Not
pit
now. I'm
cycle-
talking about earlier. Carnation,
Oh.
Jake 24.
They won't be able to make it to the end. No way.
Yeah, they shouldn't be able.
There was
to
only
make it
3 or 4 laps
Priya
difference.
For the lead.
Spook Boy's still out front, though. He had a good in-lap. And,
Oh yeah, sure enough.
but he's all alone. He's got no help. So we're going to watch the leaders as they come out of the pits. It's Xander M with maybe a little bit of help from his lap down teammate. JR Preston plays YT. And Spook Boy is currently in second. So Xander holds on to the lead. My goodness.
KHP, use your mirror, son.
Merging. Oh, Mech did the same to DS Gaming, and here they all stack up. David Alvarez is coming up too.
God. That could have been the caution.
That was very close.
So here's some interesting team tactics. Xander M's in the lead. JR Preston plays YT. His teammate is a lap down. Looks like he's not going to make McSpookboy. He's not going to let him by, but Spookboy definitely has more momentum. So this is the top two right now, and we've got Apron Buddies in 1 and 2. Jake 24 and Janza. And they're side by side for the lead. Here comes Spookboy.
Watch the guys behind when they're blending.
Looks like they're going to be
We
okay.
survived.
So now it's all about when these packs start to form up and if they can make it to the leaders before the end of the race. So it looks like one of the biggest groups right here. You've got Herman, DS, Silas, Deitch, Mech, and Ben Pie. These 6 cars working together. So currently it's Xander and Spookboy out front. And they've got about 3 seconds on Carter and Priya, and then it's the big pack of cars.
Under 20 to go. They have some time. They don't have a lot of wiggle room.
Well, they keep racing each other. This is really going to slow them down. Oh, Incarnation's getting out of the pits. Xander's going to try and get to the outside of him, and it looks like he almost does. He has to get out of the gas. And yeah, Carter and Priya are definitely going to be able to catch up, but as for DS and Herman and Deitch, I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about this third group, really.
And there's so much lap traffic all over the place now,
and
too.
the lap traffic is not doing a thing other than just sitting on the bottom and being in the way of everybody trying to get a win.
Look at the lead that Spookboy has. My goodness.
Yeah, he's going.
So we've seen some intense pack racing, one of the biggest wrecks in SimSeries history, and now this weird strung out strategy drafting battle. And unless we get another caution, this is probably going to be what ends the race and ultimately decides the winner. So McSpookboy leads, but look at the run that Xander has. He goes to the outside.
Well, he kind of got some reinforcements behind him there with some. Up.
I don't think it's going to be anything, though.
He's on his own.
He doesn't have much help on the outside. But, oh my goodness, he is pulling some speed.
And he clears the 6.
And he made it! Wow!
Boy got out there by almost a second, so he had a, he wasn't as fast as Xander was there that time.
I feel like we've seen this group of cars before. Yeah, they've all sort of met each other again on track, having pitted at different times, and really there's still a bunch of cars on a bunch of different laps, but the 01, the 6, the 41, and the 33 are all
catching up to more lap traffic.
Yep. They've got the best shot to win here. But if this second group stays lined up, they're doing a pretty good job of it.
I just shuffled Richard Herman out of the group there.
But now they got the slow NJC number 30. We're going to keep an eye on the gap between 4th Carter Friesen and 5th Richard Herman. The last car in the lead group and the first car in the second group, and they're going to catch up to the moving chicane number 12 of Anderson Reed.
that couldn't be put any better. And you lost the lead. Here comes McSpookboy again to retake it.
And Priya's waiting in the wings.
Yep. Carter's right behind there as well.
Actually, spoilers.
Huh?
Really?
What spoiler?
Nothing. It's not
Big-ass
worth
spoilers?
explaining.
Oh,
Spookboy's in the lead by like 3 seconds again.
I don't
It's
even know
one
what
car all alone. Then Xander finally getting
Waiting
through
in the
this lap
wings,
traffic.
you mean spoilers?
Oh,
Pretty sure you just spoiled my joke.
I'm tired, okay?
Priya McShane on the
I'm tired
radio,
too, but I can at least comprehend.
very
I'm
unhappy
tired
with Anderson
too.
Reed.
I'm Jimmy too. It's been a long race, folks.
Finally, Anderson Reed staying in the middle as everyone else gets underneath. This is
We call this
really,
race 10
really
laps
spread
early.
out the leaders.
We are very biased.
I think we might have a good finish here. This secondary pack was about a second faster
what
last
race are
time
you
around
watching? Are
than
you sure
the
we're gonna have a-
leaders. How many times has the lead been swapped in the last 6 or 7 laps? What are you saying?
I don't know how many times has the leader gotten away by his in these last 5
Nick
laps?
Spookboy's actually making a run for most laps led. He is 13 against Carter's 19.
Yeah, and Xander M and Pre McShane. Really, anybody in the top 4 could relatively take over most laps led. Just depends on who can stay out in front
that
the
out.
longest.
Oh, that's a lap car.
Yep, same with Jansen.
Yeah,
Why do lap cars have to be there?
yeah, exactly.
Secondary group
So-
not very quick right now. They're actually slower than the leaders last time by. So it looks
they're
like we
losing
might
time.
have a winner in this group right here.
Yeah. Unless we get a caution or something stupid. Here
I don't think we're
comes
gonna get a
Carter.
caution.
I don't think we will either.
You never know. It's the Sim series. You can never feel too comfortable here.
That's true, but I think we saw enough crazy
Thanks,
with the
Jimmy.
big one that I think that was all of the
I think
wackiness
it
that
scared
we were gonna
everybody
get.
into just driving safely.
Yeah, scared everybody into complacency.
So Xander M leads. Carter Friesen's in second. Then it's Priya McShane and McSpookboy, but they're tied up in lap traffic right now.
Oh, good God.
So 3 Fords and a Dodge. And then a bunch of lap traffic. Remember at the very start of this race when there were 2 cars breaking away from the rest of the pack? The 01 and the 33? Xander M and Carter
And
Friesen
the
have both
reason
been
they're able to do that
fantastic.
now- They're able to do that now because they were able to avoid the wrecks. I mean, Carter Friesen was on the outside, up by the wall when the big one happened to his left. And Xander M's been up front most of this race, so he's been able to avoid a lot of the trouble.
John Jones. On the bottom.
John Jones, what a guy.
And the secondary group
Bye-bye
is
McSpookboy, bye-bye Priya.
secondary group is most definitely slowing down now.
Yeah.
It looks like Priya's going to
and Priya's
aggressively
gonna
get
try
to the
and
inside of the
wreck
43.
John Jones. I won't complain. Goodness gracious.
Hello, Mew politely pulls in front of them.
And we now have 10 laps to go.
All right.
Still
10 more,
got
we
some
got
more lap
this.
traffic to deal with here.
Oh, of course we do. What's Talladega without some good old
Well,
lap
No?
traffic?
Place your bets. We're gonna find out who's gonna win this in the next 10 laps. I'm honestly
I
thinking
don't
it's
know,
gonna
but
be Carter.
look at this. DNP, Mark Silas, and Chase the Coyote are starting to bridge the gap. They were about 2 seconds faster than Priya and McSpookboy last time around. If they can draft off of Jake 24 and get around John Jones cleanly, they might have a comeback shot here. And
I
the
don't
rest
see
of
it
this pack.
happening.
I mean, we have 10 laps to go. And look at how spread out the leaders are. Plus, they're approaching David Alvarez in the 11.
I want to move up. Oh, they slowed up.
But the 11 did move up.
Everybody's
They got
gonna
by
lose right
pretty
there.
easily here.
Yeah, they were able to fake it out. Boy, Priya already, and Priya just moves to the outside, whatever.
This little
Stupid
group of
move on
cars
their part.
is starting to catch them. Even last time by, they were a little bit faster than the leaders. And with the 11 maybe getting in the way a little bit, this time by, they're definitely going to be faster. I mean, they're almost in the draft of Carnation, who's right behind Priya. I don't think this is over yet. Last time by, they were doing 49.5s. Priya did a 50.9. I mean, you can see them. I mean, coming out of turn 2, they are much, much closer. They still have some lap traffic to deal with, though. But it looks like they're going to get around the outside pretty cleanly. All 3 of them move to the outside of David Alvarez. They don't have to lift. Now they're going to try the bottom of What Incarnation. We know he's got a clean car, so he might be able to help them as well. This is looking like a pretty good charge here from DNP, Mark, Silas, and Chase.
But do they have enough time? That's the question here.
Well, with the leaders lined up, it's going to start getting more and more difficult. And we are running out of laps. Just 7 to go. Xander M. still your leader, but here comes Mick Spookboy to the bottom. And Disick is going to be in the way pretty soon. Unfortunately for Silas and DNP, they're side by side, and that's not going to help them at all in their bid to try and get back to the front. But let's see if Disick pulls down the track in front of Mick Spookboy. No, he doesn't. But it will cost Xander. Xander goes to the outside.
Wow, 3 wide.
The driver for the 01 says, "No, sir, I am not lifting for you." And with a pretty nifty move around the outside of the 48, he
man.
holds on to second.
Carter looked like he was about to go underneath the apron. Try to get around the 47. He is hungry to get back up to the front.
Oh, we got a Twitch follow. Patriotic Pioneer, thank you very much. Welcome aboard, and I hope you enjoy your stay
You know
here.
what? They have enough time.
I think they can
And
do it.
They're there.
I think they can definitely do it. DNP especially. Silas is just getting around the lap number 85, but look at DNP almost in range of the 48. He has to get around Disick perfectly. If he messes this up, that's his whole race gone because he's all alone right now.
But remember, we're coming to 5 to go, so these guys don't have the opportunity to screw up. They have to be perfect these next
And
5 laps
Carter
if they want
is
to
now
have a shot
clear
at
of
it.
lap traffic, and he's going to go after the lead.
The top
Oh,
four.
four
Look at
of
this
those
bottom
guys.
4, yeah.
All single
They're all
file.
there, and DNP is at the back of this pack.
Carter to the bottom.
Here he goes.
And here comes
Down to the
everyone.
inside.
Xander behind him. All the Fords on the bottom side, and Mick Spookboy left all alone on top. And they've got lap traffic. It's the 55 of Rusty Broussard. He's going to check up the Fords, and it's Spookboy way out front again.
Spookboy. He's gone.
And DNP is
And
officially
none of
in this group. Here comes Mark Silas and Chase the Coyote as
Mark
well.
Silas is there. All of the lead lap cars are staying on the bottom all the lap.
And
Chase the
Silas and
Coyote.
DNP are caught up.
And
the
Chase.
Coyote crashed, and he's now in this as well. He has a shot. Look at this. The bottom line.
Spookboy is
from
going to
Chase
be
the
able to
Coyote
lead this
the
lap,
front.
but he's going to get freight trained here.
They've
Oh,
got
yeah.
a
You
whole
gotta
bunch
wait
of
for
lead
these
lap
guys to spread out
cars
here, too. 4 to go.
all in line.
It's going to be big.
The 7, the 22, and the 18 able to bridge the gap. It looked like it was impossible.
There he goes.
Oh,
Xander
they're
down
all
to the
down,
inside. And DNP goes with them. Here
Yeah,
comes
Porter
Silas.
Goes up to the top, but this actually helps Mick Spookboy more than anything.
Down the back straightaway,
no
they got
run
a
and catch
big
him.
run on McSpookboy.
Yeah, well, they'll definitely catch him. It just
Xander goes to the outside.
or the pack. DNP to the bottom.
And he expected it. Will he be able to carry the momentum?
DNP to the bottom. Chase the Coyotes going to the bottom.
Oh,
They're
gonna
going
move
3
Carter up
wide.
all the way up
I
there.
was going to say, Priya's going to pass Cody. That's going to hurt.
Side by side out of
Xander,
turn
he's still
4.
got a
Xander
run.
clears him. He's clear of McSpookboy, and he goes down to the bottom to block.
There's still 3 wide back there.
This
And
pack
Carter
of
still led the most
cars,
laps, but it is almost a dead heat.
all on the
between
lead lap,
Spookboy,
except for the
Xander
95.
and Carter freezing.
And these points matter come the end of the season.
DNP to the
And here goes
bottom.
DNP,
DNP
down
pulls
to the
out.
inside.
Silas goes with him.
He's sort
DNP
of hovering
was
in the
able to
middle,
lead some
but he
laps
goes
earlier.
with him.
But Xander M's going to stay on the bottom. Nowhere DNP can go. He's right up against the yellow
He won't
line.
last for long.
But the 18,
Carter's
the 22,
losing
and
out
the
on
7,
opportunities here.
they're still
Chase
looking
the
good.
Coyote has the best shot.
Here he
he's
goes.
had this
DNP.
entire- Here he goes.
They bridged the gap. These 3 have worked together. 3 totally different teams, and they've moved
Now,
themselves to the lead.
Is the 22 going to stay tucked up to the 18, or is he going to make a move? If he does, when's he going to make it? They're coming to 2 to go.
2
He
laps
doesn't have a lot of
left.
opportunities to make this. He's just got
Whew.
to try and hold on to his momentum and take a shot when he knows he won't have anybody that tries to take a shot on him.
I don't know if the 22 will be able to make the run
Here comes Chase.
Comes the
Oh!
7.
Chase down to
Remember,
the inside.
The 7 was involved in the first, and he's now up here in second fighting for the win.
And
Chase
Silas
the
is not going
Coyote.
to be able to do too much
I
about
see
it.
lap traffic ahead of them.
These cars are pretty
Side
quick,
by
though. I don't know if
side,
they'll
too.
get him. Chase the Coyote is
I
the
think they're gonna
points
get him
leader.
going into 3 next.
He has led so many laps without a single win in the Sim Series, and Carnation's a lap down.
Carnation.
Oh,
Oh, no,
boy.
why?
Oh my god.
If Priya goes to the
Priya's
bottom
gonna
of
look
him,
to
this...
the inside.
Oh,
DNP.
boy. This is going to get
He can't run away
interesting.
too much. They're going to catch this lap traffic going into 3.
Oh, boy.
And
Boys
I
looking
think
underneath Priya.
This is going to be big.
White flag.
White flag. 1 to go.
One more lap to go.
Sponsored by Credit 1 through.
Nobody's sticking a
DNP
nose under... Here comes Priya!
Here comes
Priya with
This
Spook
is-
Boy
I
and
think it's a little-
Friesen.
Be the move.
I think it's too little too late.
They're going to have a run on
No,
the
I don't
18,
think
though.
so. Look,
I don't think
12
lap
leaders
traffic is
is
going to come
coming.
into play.
No, I think it's just going to come in as they're coming to the line. This could be it.
They could have a
Remember, we saw
run.
lap traffic have a factor at this part of the speedway back at Daytona.
Spook Boy to the bottom. They're fighting
Yup,
for
that's it.
second. That
There
could
it
be
is.
it.
DMP's got it. I mean, that's pretty much secured it. They're not going to catch him.
He's got a shot, but he's too far back.
Nope.
Out of
DNP's got it
turn
Out of
4.
nowhere, and he's going to come back and win Talladega. Incredible.
What a run from that 18. They were 7 seconds off the leaders at one point, and DNP 10 gets into the chase-offs. He was so close last season, didn't end up making it.
24th.
And here he is today, finally securing his spot with
What?
an incredibly hard-fought win.
Well, that was a good finish for a crappy middle section. That was fun.
You didn't believe me. I told you. I said those 3 cars were going to catch the
And
leaders, and
Carter
they did it.
Friesen led the most laps.
By 2.
Wow.
McSpookboy led 16, Xander M led 17, Carter Friesen led 19.
And I think the closest competition they have to that is Priya.
And what a great
Yeah,
day
with
for Chase
9.
the Cody. I know he only ended up 7th place, but after being involved in the first wreck as the points leader, that's the kind of
I'd take
recovery
that
run you
over
want.
Crash.
And Priya, after that earlier incident,
Almost going a
comes back
lap
with a top
down.
10. Comes back with a top 10. Mechanized Chaos, we didn't talk about him all day, and he's got a top 10.
He was at
in
the
8th
front of that
place.
secondary group here. This must have been a pretty close run to the line here. This is the
yeah.
battle here for 8th place between Mechanized Chaos on the outside and DS Gaming on the inside. They're 3 by
Come back
3.
from Mech too, because he was involved in that first wreck. That big one kind of really helped thin things out.
Boy, what a battle here this is for 8th place. Mech with a better push on the outside from Pure.
To the line.
Ooh,
Just that
got it.
much.
You think Pure being on the outside helped there? Since
And it was by 0.03 of a second.
What a race. Let's go back and just take a look at that run by DNB 10.
it just came out of nowhere.
Look, you can barely see the leaders. This is with 10 to go. DNP 10 is almost 6 seconds back on the leaders. I mean, they're way up the road.
That's a more impressive drive than Earnhardt. I'm sorry, but that's more impressive than what they.
With the help of Chase and Silas, these 3 just did a great job of sticking together, getting past the lap traffic.
That's the only pass they ever made. Other than that, they the whole way. And Carnation was able to kind of get the draft off of them. And I mean, just wow.
I mean, what a run to the front. Xander M goes around the outside, and DNP just makes the bottom work with the push from Mark Silas, and then it was just a fight for second.
And then Carnation got himself in.
Carnation got involved, but it was really all the battling for second that gave him the win. I mean, since he took the leads.
Without Carnation there, I think, Priya may have been able to have a shot.
Carnation's not off pace, though. They're just battling for second.
He wasn't, but he was still another car to pass.
Yeah. There's one pass. There's two
That's the
passes.
bigger
There's
issue.
3 passes. There's 4 passes behind him in the matter of a couple of laps. And they're all staying busy. DNP will gladly go home with that win here at Talladega. From 6 seconds back at a super speedway with a smaller group. You kidding me? It just doesn't happen.
Only the Sim series, man.
So you can see by the gaps here what the groups were. The top 7 cars all within almost half a second of each other. Then that secondary group led by Mech and DSGaming. 23 cars ended up on the lead lap. I guess for Talladega, that's not that bad.
Well, with the big one that after that, everybody was just kind of separated, so they couldn't really bunch up to have a big wreck. So pretty good for Talladega standards.
What a show. Always the Sim Series delivers. So we're going to take a look here at the point standings following this race, and I think Chase the Cody is going to be increasing his points lead. A great run from the 7 team yet again. They've been so consistent. He hasn't won a single race this season. He's finished second numerous times, and he's come really close to winning numerous times. But all in all, a great day for him. Let's pull up the standings. As expected, Chase the Cody holds on to lead now with 1,200 points. Priya McShane also with a great run today. She's in second, and her teammate Brad Flynn sitting in third. Then it's Ben Pye, Hunter B, Xander M moving up. He had a great run as well. DSGaming up into 7th. KHPO1 with the 8 in 8th. Then it's Richard Herman and Jake 24. Savage Toy Show, Pure, Rusty Broussard. DNP moves up to 14th. So he's jumped up a lot of spots. Carter Friesen up to 15th. Midlife falls all the way down to 16th with a disastrous engine failure and ended his day very, very early. Fireball in 17th, and then What Incarnation, previous season's champion, currently sitting outside of the Chase-Off's cutoff. He's in 18th ahead of Hello IMU and Mark Silas. So a very interesting race yet again with all sorts of storylines and certainly some highlights that we can watch later on. We'll go through the rest of the standings here. Austin Ripp in 41st. I think. Where is Julio Cesar and Rolo, who both had previously terrible seasons, have finally crawled their way up from the back. Right now, Rolo's sitting in 32nd, ahead of team owner Trace Ryder, who's fallen all the way down to 33rd, and Julio Cesar is in 34th. Still the lowest of the full-time drivers, but have at least climbed their way past a bunch of the part-time guys who were behind earlier. So for Jacob Hitz and Jimmy Powell, and for all of you who stuck through this entire event, thank you for watching the Sim Series, and I do hope to see you next week for the All-Star race and all sorts of fanfare and action from Charlotte Motor Speedway. So again, thank you for watching. Keep an eye on the Discord. I'm a little bit behind, but updates are going to come. Things will happen. Stay tuned. So thank you again for watching. And from Talladega, Alabama, good night.